Whenever a truth is heard, there's no going back. You are the main character in the video game of life.
I personally don't believe anything they say, right down to the God they claim we worship.
Life is too short to not make understanding the truth a priority.
And I'll choose grow every time.
At least 4 billion useless eaters will be eliminated by the year 2050.
Whenever a truth is heard, there's no going back. You are the main character in the video game of life.
I personally don't believe anything they say, right down to the God they claim we worship.
I'm still waiting for somebody to show me gas pressure without a container.
None of the math adds up.
You could stack up all their math books, all their science books, and even put all their degrees stacked up on top of that, and you still wouldn't be high enough to see the curvature.
This is exactly why grounding is so important.
It's all dualistic.
We see too far.
We're just regular people who know we're being lied to. We're tired of it.
The bottom line is there's only one choice left, and that's to dismantle this whole thing from the top down.
So,
Son of a cock. You start it like that?
I hope that didn't come through.
I think it did, though. Well,
It
let's
might.
just roll with it. Roll the dice.
I have to.
Anyway,
edit.
so we're going to have fun tonight. Tonight's going to be good. We're have the redo with Myer because the night we had him on is the day that Charlie Kirk got pew-pewed. So we cut it short and went live.
Did he
with
get
him.
pew-pewed? I don't know
Well,
anymore.
allegedly pew-pewed. Oh, and we're going to have to watch.
His wife
getting-
is celebrating shit and stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's getting spicy, though. It's getting spicy.
Yeah.
We're going to show Myer a couple of the clips that I found today and see what he thinks also. But before we get into that, everybody, do not forget to go to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com. There is 4.5 podcasts there. I say a half because the other one's hidden. You got to find it. But anyway, you got Allie's t-shirt shop there. Actually, and there is a promo going on right now. 13% off of all her shirts for the month of October. So go check them out for Halloween, 13%. She's got some Halloween designs up. Go check her out. We got all the live streams on there. Vince painstakingly records all of them and then uploads them onto the Substack for your viewing pleasure. We got the Phone Booth
Yeah.
podcast, obviously. We got the Here's the Thing podcast. We got the Dualistic podcast. We got the Philosopher King podcast. And the Pick is In, which is the extra hidden one that I shouldn't even tell you about. You should just go find it. But basically,
Easter egg. It's
the
an Easter egg.
best way to say it is we are fucking crushing it. And if you're not there, you're missing out. That's enough. You just need to go there. I don't need to fucking hold your hand and walk you there. Just go there. All right. It's awesome.
Go there and don't be a bitch.
Yeah. That helps too.
No.
Don't be the bitch part.
Yeah, don't be a bitch and just go there. But
So let's bring up Myer. What's going on, dude? He's like, hold on, I'm rolling a fatty. Hold up.
No. What's going on?
No.
we're
What's
gonna
going on,
see.
man?
We're gonna see if it's gonna be technical issues part 2, or if this will actually flow.
I hope
We'll
not, but
see.
you do know what I love. Without being coaxed, Myer had the very best response that I love that any guest ever says when we were talking about today. I was like, "Hey, do you have something particular you want to talk about, or do you just want to roll with it?" He's like, "Let's just fucking roll with it, man." I'm like, "Yes, let's do that. It's gonna be
That's the
good."
way to do it, man.
And as we roll, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but it feels like it's the news cycle is so fast. You know, I've been out without an internet a few days now.
Yeah,
Barely
his
being
internet
able-
took a shit on him. I think a
Yeah.
tiny hat got lodged in his Ethernet. That's my
Yeah, but now
Very
it's
bad.
fixed. But I
Was
I
it the
barely.
whole country or just at your house?
No,
Just
your
him.
my house, your house, my
Oh,
house.
so you were targeted for sure.
Yeah. So but the internet device got fucked up, but now we got a new one. They installed a new one. Anyways, the news cycle though, I can't keep up, man. I don't even know.
intentionally.
Is it intentionally?
I'll go through and I'll look at fucking try to get a free few minutes to know what's going on, scroll through the actual timeline, not my timeline, like the thing on Twitter, and see what's going on. And I'll think I covered it pretty well. And then Jonah and Snoop will send me some shit. I was like, where the fuck did you see this? And then I got Ominous sending me my whole own thread of Twitter. But it's like, I just need to stop looking at everything else and just look at what he sends me. Because it's all either hilarious or like, what the fuck? What is that? So, yeah, man, there's so much going on that as soon as you think you got a handle on it, you don't have a handle on it at all.
Buddy,
And when
I
did
was
this
also-
happen? Huh? Go, Myer.
So I was gonna say, whenever like I don't get a chance to go on Twitter or any, honestly, I don't even scroll anything else. I just like use Twitter. But anytime I like miss out like on 8 hours, like it's just 8 hours. It doesn't even have to be like a full day. Just like like daytime, Eastern Standard Time, 8 to 5. It's over. I didn't even know there was a shutdown today. I just found out like 3 hours ago. I was like, what the
yeah.
fuck? Shutdown.
I heard
what-
something about that shit.
It's not gonna like. I will say, because I am totally comfortable admitting when I'm wrong. everyone was saying, "Oh, did you hear the government's going to shut down?" I was like, "They say that every fucking 6 months. They're not going to shut down." And they did. But they did under Trump's first term too. They did under Obama also.
They did.
But what does
So-
that mean? Do they like literally, shut the lights off?
No, it's very fucking weird. Certain people don't get paid, but certain people do.
Okay.
It's strange. The postal service doesn't
nice.
stop, so it keeps going. The city crews are still working because they're working off city funds. Not
Are you telling me
federal
Adam Schiff
funds.
is not
Dude.
getting his monthly pay?
I'm sure all
sad.
of Congress and everybody is still getting paid. Plus, they get paid salary. They don't they're not waiting on their weekly paycheck and shit. Like,
Yeah,
but
that's right. That's exactly what it is.
so
And
they're
so what? What does that change it to if they
What-
don't get
well,
their salary?
interestingly enough, what it does change is that when the government technically is shut down, it's at the White House's discretion of what things they
Yes,
can
they-
cut. And that's the only time it is. So this might turn into something that we're not thinking of. It could.
What they can cut?
Yeah, because they can say, "Oh, the government's shut down and we're not having funding." It's obviously a provision that was put in for not for this reason, but it's there and Trump can use it if he wants. Because think about it, if the government's really shut down and funding's not continuing and money's running out, a president can say, "Okay, well then this has to be cut first and that has to be cut." So as of right now, he has the opportunity to cut things that he wouldn't normally have the chance to cut without going through any red tape. So
Dude,
we'll see
guys,
how that turns
Guys,
out.
do you think the Trump administration uses AI to, get advice from it to
Oh, look at
Maneuver.
possibly.
maneuver
they-
their future moves? Like
They
AI, should we do
don't
this?
they have a Project Looking Glass, bro? They don't need AI.
Yeah, time travel
Yeah,
and
they can
shit
see
like that.
everything.
They already
Yeah,
know.
they see everything.
But quickly, let me just say this. I did see, the guy, Borla, the guy from Pfizer. He was at the White
yes.
House. And he's like, thank you, Mr. Trump, for the 70 billion something investment. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's investing. Oh, yeah, he's investing 70 billion into America or some shit like that. And everybody was freaking out. They're like, why the fuck are you getting that guy in? Trump, what the fuck are you doing? And then some guys were saying what they're doing is they're gonna, all of the people that are injured from the Jabberino, they're gonna be able to sue that motherfucker into oblivion. Something to the extent that Trump is setting them up to get sued so that they get fucked later on. I don't know, but is it too much opium?
That's a nice story.
Is it too much opium?
It's a good thought. It's not.
What if it's true though? Because remember,
It's not. You know what? Look, I'm gonna tell you something. So anytime you think about, and I want everybody to really think of this like this, okay? So just imagine you're thinking of Pfizer, Bayer, I don't know, name any other like big guys. Forget about Moderna. I'm talking about big boys. Like when you're talking about Pfizer, you're talking about like the GEs of the world, okay? Like that's what you're talking about. All right. If Pfizer comes to you and you're the government of any country and they're like, hey, we're going to build a building here and tomorrow we're going to fill it with 300 people and we're going to give your country a line of credit for as much fucking drugs as it wants at our cost. And all you do is turn around and make profit on it. All right? Because the government controls everything. It doesn't matter if they tell you it's the pharmaceutical companies that do this or anybody. Because I can give you an example right now that'll blow it all out of the water. Okay, so imagine right now, Vince, you own a oil refinery called Phillips 69.
one day I want to own a oil refinery.
Yes. Okay. It's called Phillips 69. If you go to Phillips tomorrow morning and you're like, I want to buy 100 million gallons of fuel, whatever, they'll be like, no problem. But the first thing they'll have to do is report to the Department of Energy and get the price for that day of how much they're allowed to sell their fuel to you at. So like all the pricing is controlled from like a mothership. You know what I'm saying to you? That includes this type of stuff. So like if you don't pick up Pfizer when they're coming to you and saying, hey, we'll invest some money in your country. Well, guess what? They're going to go to your direct competition and be like, hey, and they're going to do it way better because you know what? If you go to China and you want to build something like they would want to build in the U.S., it'll cost you probably half. So they'll build something double more extraordinary, fill it
Yeah.
with double or triple amounts of people, and make triple or quadruple amounts of money. So if you say no to that, you're an idiot. You have to say yes, and nobody can sue them. Oh, these are like these companies have. You know why you can't sue them? Because you're gonna have to find the one guy who's able to sue them. Because these guys go and get all the great law firms that you can imagine in the world, and they retain them all. So you can't
Well,
go sue them. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
what you
hold
do.
on.
Actually, you
Hold-
can't
huh?
sue them anyway because there's a clause
Yeah.
that the government created. I forget what year that said you
Exactly.
can't sue the vaccine companies.
But I also heard
It's at your own risk.
But I also heard though that the COVID jabberino, that if they knew that the COVID jabberino was not a good thing and still went through with it, they could lose some immunity or whatever the fuck. I don't know
They
what.
could.
But they said that at the
A
start.
great
no?
lawyer could argue it, maybe, but I heard that a long time ago.
I don't know. In
Do you
Trump,
know-
I trust Myer.
Listen, and I don't care about this type of stuff. At this
You know-
point, I'll be honest with you. I've heard so much shit in the last like 3-4 weeks, and I'm not like a heavy duty Trumper. I'm a conservative, so I'm just telling you is like what he came in with and what he was looking to do. He's done a lot of it, and like some of the other shit he's touched on a little bit, but like he hasn't really gone through with it because some of the other shit's a little bit iffy. The ICE one was pretty easy. People were like, "Fuck everybody, get these motherfuckers out so I can get a job."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Did
it.
you
Like,
guys-
you go to bro, you go to California. There's a reason why all the white people are homeless. Like it's because all the good jobs
hold
that could
on,
have been given to
hold
somebody
on.
else. Yeah,
I don't mean to cut you off,
Yeah,
but I never put that together till you just said it. And now my mind just went back through every video I saw. San Francisco, look at this. LA, look at this. They're almost all white.
So this is the thing. This is the thing I want
Why
you
is
guys to
that?
understand. What's happening? Look, what's
He's telling
happening in
you.
Canada. What's happening right now in Canada is consider Canada as like, and when I say Canada, I'm talking about British Columbia and Ontario. Okay, and maybe a little piece of Quebec. Consider Canada in general like an extension of California. Whatever happens in California eventually becomes law in Canada, and it's
That sounds
federal.
bad.
Like, whatever
Which
they
is
pass in
funny
Canada-
because they used to say that about America. Like, so goes California, or California goes, as
goes
goes the
America.
country, whatever. Yeah.
right,
And
like
now
the
you're
cancer
saying
laws on
Canada.
cigarettes, all this types of shit.
I
But
used to
in
love that when I
Canada-
had my AC company. Everything on it says is known to the state of California to cause cancer. Like they're
Cancer,
the only
yeah.
ones who know
Even
it.
your-
You can
even
sell
your
it
vape-
here, but
Even your vape
Yep.
on it says it in the box it comes in.
yep.
But so what I was gonna say to you is like they make it very look when they see obviously like southern states must expect people to be coming from Mexico. Like don't get yourself wrong, bro. Like it's just a fence. You know what I mean? And it's pretty fucking big ass fence. It's not even protected. The thing is, not everyone's coming as a fucking criminal either, right? There are some legit people coming across, family
Yeah.
that want better life, and they want to come out and hide out, and they may not have the money to go through the right process. Not saying that's okay, but what I'm saying to you is that's the difference, right? So in Canada, people come here when it's easy. So when they can't get to the US, they get to Canada. Okay. They come to Canada, and most of these people recently have been refugees because Canada opened all the doors. This is what California's issue is. And now what's happened is this whole great replacement thing, if you look at it, not to say this is happening, but if you look at the concept of a great replacement, that's what's happened in California. And without it being a little bit cleaned up, it would have continued. And then eventually you would have had a population where you have more refugees with no taxpayers basically than anything else. And a lot of those good jobs in Canada have been given away. Like the little jobs from the Tim Hortons to the Burger Kings, they're given away to like all the refugees because the government pays 30% of the money for their
Yeah.
salaries. You understand?
Yeah, so it's cheaper for
It's
the
like a-
businesses to hire them.
They just register, and if they can get approved for this specific program, they just go ahead and hire, refugees, or migrants, and the government gives them 30% of their paycheck. So if it was going to cost you $20 an hour to hire me, now it's going to cost you $12 to hire Vince as a refugee, and the government.
That's a
will
good
pick up the
price.
rest.
Yeah,
No,
you
even
get your
14.
money's
So they're
worth.
covering six. So either way, they're covering about $6 of it. So let's just say $13 to $14 you're paying Bro, you're talking about like long time ago is like minimum wage. So my point is that's what happened in California. A lot of the white people lost jobs, and a lot of the small stores closed up because things like Walmart and all these big ass companies came. They just fucking swallowed everybody else up.
You know what that reminds me of,
They end up on the
Myer?
streets, and but that's what drives people into the streets. If you ask any homeless person, like it's rare that you'll find someone. Oh, my wife divorced me, and I'm now on the streets. It's like I did lots of drugs, and this is how I'm still here.
Yeah.
I lost my.
It
job.
reminds me of the feminists who said, like, what did they say? They don't pay the women as much as they do the men, or some bullshit like that. If that was the case, then there would be way more companies hiring women,
Right?
Because we don't have to pay them as much, right?
As long as I get you to stay at home, I'll stay. I get stay at home. She works. Is that what you mean?
No, but they said they're like, women don't get paid as much as men. Then if that's so, then more companies would hire women because they have to pay them. They don't have to pay them as much.
Those are like broad stroke statements, not what you're saying, what they're saying. And when you break that down and look,
coverage,
then they add in maternity leave, stuff like that with all this shit. There's so many factors in that, and when it comes down to it, it's basically equal. It's like 1 or 2% difference, and it's usually because the men have more experience. Because yes, long time ago, women weren't in the workforce, and they're catching up. But you know,
you know what I really wanted to ask you guys about? I don't know. I don't know if I sent it to Vince. I know I sent it to you, Ted.
Yeah.
There's two things. One is that Alex Jones clip I sent to you last week, dude. That random shit he was saying. I'm not gonna bring it up, but that was crazy. And then
this part.
No, it's not that. It's just like he's all over the place, bro. He's like contradicting himself. Like it's just weird.
It was the day of the when they were grieving.
When was that? When she was talking about content. With the fireworks, grieving with fireworks.
He was
with cheerleaders.
He was doing the live broadcast.
We're sad.
As the wife was talking.
Yes,
that's what I sent to you. That was the messed up part. And the other thing is, you guys see how like wishy-washy this whole Charlie Kirk thing turned out to be up to now. It's been so messed up, bro. Now the parents of the kid are like, we never handed him over.
Like, did you hear about that?
They're like, the
what do you mean handed him over?
They said that the parents turned him in through a family friend, and that's not true. The parents didn't turn him in. That's bullshit. And then they tried to get the parents to go into witness protection. I don't know if they did or didn't.
What was up? No, they didn't. Instead, they came out with the info. That's apparently the word on the street.
They were trying to get him into witness protection so nobody could talk to him or whatever. But
Are you talking about the killer?
The alleged killer.
Yes. Alleged. We don't know anything, by the way. This is all entertainment, just so we're clear.
Yeah, we don't believe in anything
just
we ever say.
Put that out there, absolutely.
Yeah,
we're TV critics. We're just critiquing what we see on the television.
We're just flipping the rock here on every fucking corner just to see what's underneath. We're just tossing it out there.
I think we're actually tiny hats.
We're actually gonna say that each episode. You know, the disclaimer. We never believe anything we ever say. Now continue.
Because I'm posting them on YouTube again now too. So let's see what happens. Let's roll the dice. You know what?
Comedy.
What's funny though, just like I said on the space this morning, I think like shit happens for a reason sometimes. Remember, Vince, when you told me randomly, whatever it was, 3 months back, like, oh, you can go on and take this test and they'll take your strike away.
Oh yeah,
right.
The warning.
So you know when the warning was up? September 28th. You know when YouTube started saying that they were going to start allowing people to talk. It wasn't the exact same, or I don't know that it was the exact same day, but it was at the end of September. Right about the same time YouTube says, hey, we're going to lift it, is right when I came out of my having a strike period. So let's go with it. Okay. Let's try. Let's see what happens.
With it. Clean slate. So we're going to go on YouTube, try it out, see if we can make amends. That's what you say, right? Make amends. See,
that's good.
Try one more time. But
I didn't mean it, baby. That's YouTube. You know, I just get so upset sometimes. Sometimes the government leans on me. You know, I didn't mean to kick you off. Let's just come back.
I still am like, what do you say, damaged by COVID.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, can I still say COVID? 19 COVID? Can I? I don't know
We've
if I can
talked about this so many times. Like, I try. Like, yes, Vince, you've told me to try so many times, but I really can't control it. Like, sometimes I can say it. Well, I definitely can't control it with that, but sometimes I say it, but other times, like when you're really going, like, you know, when you're talking back and forth, blah, 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 you have time to think. But like when you're really going like in a deep fucking hole with someone and you're going, like, I don't stop to think I should say this in a coded way. Like I can't do that, man. I just
That's
can't.
the danger.
I know it's very hard, but I that's the only way I know how to be.
You have to install a like a little thing that is always in the.
You talking about Neuralink?
Yeah.
You put Neuralink in the back end. It's gonna go right here.
There it is, an advertisement for Elon. All you gotta do, just install a little thing.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about a non-physical thing in your head.
Gotcha.
Sorry, that was fucking good,
too.
Yeah,
fucking perfect.
I'm talking about something mentally you put there as a safeguard. You know, YouTube
like a tampon.
yeah.
In here, back here.
Yeah, you can call it YouTube safeguard. Something.
I know what you mean, but okay, so. What everyone says they like most about us is our authenticity, and it's hard to be authentic and censor yourself. And it's possible to be both, because just censoring a word when people know what you mean isn't inauthenticity. It's just hard to do for me. That's all.
You can be authentic about that you're trying to safeguard.
No, that's what I said.
You know?
It's not impossible to do both. It's just hard for me to do both. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm trying, man. I'm learning. I'm growing, you know?
Grow or die,
I do this and say tiny hats instead of what I want to say, you know? I did say sniffles 19 a couple times. I was getting good.
Yeah. And we never believe what we ever say. And that's up to people to decide, judge if we do or not, you know? But we say we don't believe what we say. So never take us seriously. Now let's go. Let's talk. So where were we? We talked about YouTube being friendly. Why did we talk about YouTube being friendly?
Who the fuck knows? Just go. I don't know why, man.
Oh, we talked about.
I was talking about the fucking the kid, man.
The Charlie Kirk.
And then like it really makes you wonder, like, you know, like. How, like, even with what you said earlier about the government shutting down, the White House getting control, basically, kind of like an emergency, you know, order. Mm-hmm. Bro, all this is happening, like, in such little, bro, this is like 1, 2, 3, you know, like, I want to know is, what's happening? Like, there's something happening and we're not seeing it. It's so crazy. I'm telling you, we're going to see it and be like, what the fuck is happening?
That's where I'm at. Either Trump is right and they're really ramping it up because the shit's coming, or something big is coming and they're trying to fuck. Because I'll admit, like we all said, I'm having trouble keeping up. I'm having trouble getting through everything and figuring out what's going on because there's so much happening all at once. The Charlie Kirk thing. You got the thing with BB coming to DC. You got the fucking generals coming to DC, the 800 generals. Yeah, you got all this weird shit going on at once. And then what we're going to get into that I want to show you guys, the Candace shit, I was like, again, I know it's all a show, but goddamn, if they decided to put this scene in the show, it's in the show for a reason. So we need to look at it. Yeah, we have to look. Yeah.
Let's watch it. I want to see this thing. I haven't seen it.
Okay. Should we watch that first? This
Before
thing.
What?
What do you mean first? You guys feel like.
What first?
Because I wanted to also add in.
I haven't seen it.
Let's not forget about the alien mothership coming in 2 months.
Oh, that too. I forget the name. Yeah.
What do you mean? What? Have you not heard of the alien
How many hours have
mothership?
I missed on X?
That's-
I came on like 3 times.
That's
today.
my point. You blinked,
Where
bro.
are
You
the
fucking
others?
blinked.
No, the alien mothership. They've been talking about this
Atlas
since July.
31
Are you guys
Atlas or
talking about
whatever.
that big rock that's moving through the sky.
Yeah, but they're
It's coming back.
saying there's all these people saying it's not a big rock, dude. It sent out probes. It's doing this.
Yeah,
it's
okay,
doing that.
cool.
Which I
But
know
what's
is
coming? What are those
bullshit
again?
because there's nothing coming from another planet because there are no other planets. But the fact that they're pushing this means something.
Yo.
It means something.
That is
Blue
so
beam.
trippy what you just said. So you think there's no other planets?
Oh, absolutely.
Should we go there? Should we
Yo,
go
I've never heard this concept. Can you explain it to me?
there?
I think God created Earth. Where did you hear of him creating anything else? All the rest are lights in the sky. There's not other planets. I don't know what they are, but they're lights and they shimmer and sometimes they do other weird stuff, but they're not physical solid land masses orbiting
Yo, if that's
the
the
sun
case,
that we
this
can
is
land
all
on.
just like the Matrix. That's so crazy.
The Matrix or just a realm, a fucking realm. I mean,
Yeah,
think
right.
about it. You do know, obviously, every image you've seen of a planet from NASA is complete and total bullshit. That's
that I
not
know.
what people see through a telescope.
CGI.
And people are like, look, I have this $5,000 telescope and I plug these cartridges in and it aims it and I see this. It's like you plugged a cartridge in. It's getting the image from that. It's not fucking
yeah, what
real.
the fuck is that?
Because I've looked
card?
at real telescopes and planets, stars, all of it. They're shimmering lights. The Bible says they used to be called traveling stars, planets. They're not solid masses you can land on.
So
I don't
you've
know
never
what
seen,
they are.
You've never seen the rings of Saturn through a telescope?
That doesn't mean that they're physical rings that are actual things orbiting and causing a ring.
See,
Okay, let's say-
that's what I'm
Huh?
saying, dude. That's what if it's all like just a projection screen, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Well,
That's
that's
pretty crazy
what
when you think
blows
about
my
it.
mind. So here's, I know it's a meme, but it hits hard. So the globe believers, the people who push it, will say that it's absolutely crazy for it to be a flat plane with a dome over us and the stars being projected from the North Pole or whatever they are. Let's say hypothetically. But what happens when you go to a planetarium? You're sitting in a flat room and they're projecting
what
stars on a dome. That's
It's literally that,
exactly
yeah.
what they're doing. And you're like, oh my God, this is what it's like to see from Earth with no light.
Yo,
It's like,
what the fuck? Why do you have to ruin space for me?
Uh,
I didn't even like. You literally just killed it. The planetarium is it. And so Toronto had one of the planetariums, like a proper one, for years, and then they closed it. But I remember going there. Fuck.
you want me to ruin space
Yo,
for you for real? So I didn't even know. We've never talked about the shape of the Earth. This is crazy. I never thought about it really. But like, so you believe, and I'm not talking shit, you believe there's rockets going through space. You believe that's possible.
He's not sure, right, Myer? You might.
No, I'm
I'm-
not sure. I just saw.
Okay.
I always comment like. Well, obviously, when I was younger, I did. But
Well,
to be
let me-
honest with you, ever since like going, like you get to like 22, 23, and you start actually like looking at videos and pictures, and then you see them today, and now it's just like embarrassing to say that they actually
Oh,
did.
Even
know?
besides that, let me ask you a question. What does a boat push off of in order to move?
Push off of
Water.
Yeah, a boat. You have propellers. What are
Yeah.
they doing?
Yeah, they're pushing water.
Yeah, okay. So an airplane, the jets, they're pushing what?
Air, oxygen.
So
all
what
that shit,
when
yeah.
when a rocket goes to space, what is it pushing off of?
Nothing, because there's nothing out there.
So how does
Vacuum,
propulsion work?
Right? Exactly.
Well, there
There's
is
no-
a little bit
Yo,
something in
no,
there.
there
They
isn't.
said.
There isn't. There isn't.
No, but-
you're wrong.
no.
No, hold on. No, you know why? You know why that concept doesn't work? I'm gonna tell you why right now.
All right, tell me.
So the concept that Ted's saying makes total sense when you actually think about it. When somebody's
Okay.
telling you this is happening in space, that's not what's going through your mind. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like you're
Yeah.
already in the game of manipulation. You know?
Uh-huh.
That's how I
Like,
became
I'm
a flat
wearing a New York
earther.
Yankees jersey. That doesn't mean I don't like the Jays. You know what I mean?
I got
Yeah.
I got one more for you, bro, and it'll be over for you. All right?
Yeah.
Our atmosphere is 14.9 psi at ground level. I know that because of air conditioning. You have to know the outside atmosphere. It's 14.9 psi, right?
What is that? Pressure system
Pounds per
inventory.
square inch. Pounds per square inch.
Jesus Christ, what do they teach you guys in
They
Sweden?
don't have inches in
I don't
Sweden.
know. I
It
never
wouldn't
went
make
to-
any sense.
I skipped school. Remember, Myer? I fucking
Oh
skipped
my
school.
God.
I'll go.
Okay,
You
and you
guys
know
are
what a
crazy.
vacuum is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, where
So
there's nothing.
how
Air.
do we have a pressurized atmosphere adjacent to a vacuum with no barrier?
You need a barrier
know.
to
You
keep
tell
the
me
vacuum
now.
in.
You can't. You can't. That's literally like, hey, bro, bring me some propane, but don't have the tank. Can you bring that to me?
Yeah.
Just put it
I'll
in a
bring you
box,
propane
dude.
in a
It'll be
bag.
cool.
I'll bring it in a bag. There you go.
No,
Well,
so
that's the container,
Holy
the
shit.
bag.
so let me tell you.
It's so crazy.
So what their answer is that
Oh, you
gravity holds the air molecules to the earth because it's a
Yes.
sphere and gravity's holding it, right?
Yeah.
Let's
Right.
do a mental exercise with that for 1 second, okay?
Go for it.
You have a room. It's completely
Are my
airtight
eyes
somehow.
Open or closed?
I don't
Should I
care,
keep my
man. I
eyes
can't
open or
see them
closed?
anyway.
Okay.
So you have a room that's completely airtight, right? And you put a bin. You go to Target and you get yourself a tote and you put it in the middle of the room with no lid, right? So at that time, the whole room is full with 14.7, 14.9 psi because you're in a house. It's a little bit different. Anyway, so then you put a vacuum in and you start sucking all the air out, right? So gravity should be holding the air molecules to the ground because gravity's strongest at ground level. The higher you go, the weaker it gets. So you're at ground level, you got a box, a vacuum sucking all the air out of the room like space is a vacuum, right? So if gravity can hold air molecules away from a vacuum, all the air in that bin should stay in that bin. The rest of the air would be pulled out because it's slowly being pulled down and being sucked out. But if it's in that bin, it should hold because gravity's holding it down. There's nowhere it can go. That's not what happens. If you put a bin in a room and suck all the fucking air out, it's all going to come out of it because gravity's not holding air molecules away from a vacuum. At ground level, it can't do it. But somehow, 250 miles up, it can. 250 miles up, it can do it, but not here at ground level. These are fairy tales that they tell us.
Well,
It's all nonsense.
going back to the rocket pushing off of the vacuum. Yes.
What?
The globe. Did you hear it? The rocket
Yeah, I
that
heard
pushes
it.
off. Yeah, that pushes off. The rocket that pushes off the vacuum. What we globies say is, yes, there is a slight vacuum, but there is also some type of something where you can push off of. as well.
Actually, you're not even up on your science, bro.
What are you
That's
talking
not
about?
even what
That doesn't
Globies
make
say
sense.
anymore.
I don't even know if that makes any sense. How can you be? What he's saying is right. You can definitely not do it with a spark. How about with like CO2?
Yeah, you can do that. No, actually,
problem is,
you know what
if
they
it's a
claim
vacuum-
is? They
it's a
claim
vacuum,
that they
though,
It's a
eject
slight vacuum.
they eject oxygen and then the rockets push off the oxygen that
Off
they're
the
ejecting.
oxygen.
That's what
Right,
they
fine.
that's
But hold on.
literally what they
I-
say. Not
It's,
joking.
it's definitely a vacuum or like nothing out there or like whatever the void
Or it's
because of one
water.
reason. Because even the one thing is that like even if like we see stuff like rocks flowing in space, it's all happening because like there's no friction. So like some guy in like fucking I don't know. Imagine like you shoot like a rock too high and it like leaves the Earth's atmosphere like
Dude.
goes. It's gonna keep going.
This is so
With their mathematics, it's gonna go forever. It'll
this
land
is
in,
so
like, some other
fun for
fucking-
me because I had no clue that you still believed in the globe model and you're an awesome person with an open mind. This is great for me. This is great. I got
don't
one
even
more
know
for
what I
you.
believe. I know because the thing is, I told you already. So the way I look at it is, so
It's
I'm
like the
taught
Charlie
this
Kirk
flow.
thing. You don't know what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, number one, I have no clue. But
Well,
number
that's-
two is,
I can't tell you what it is.
because you know what, I like flat Earth stuff too. Because I'll tell you why. because it's not for me to be like, oh, you're stupid. It's flat. Or how about I just learn all your shit so I could tell somebody one day when they find out it is flat, and I'm like, I always thought it was flat.
I knew it the whole time.
No, or like at least like your shit. You know what I mean? You
Let
don't
me
have to
ask
worry
you
about
one more
explaining stuff to
question
people.
as your scientific brain. So
Go for it.
they tell us they're pointing telescopes at the sky, and they're seeing what are essentially burning balls of gas, suns, stars, burning balls of gas in a vacuum. Somehow there's fire without oxygen. But let's get beyond that, right? And they can tell you that the sun is made up of helium and hydrogen, right? Because they're
Malaysia.
looking at it from a telescope, and they can tell you that. And they tell this is everything I'm telling you is what they say. They can tell because of the way that it burns that it's made up of hydrogen and helium mostly.
they
There's
can.
other ones.
It's so much worse when somebody breaks it down for you.
Yep. So
It's
let me
terrible.
ask you a question.
Fuck
If
yeah.
I filled the trash can a block
Have you
away.
tried this? Have you tried this?
If I filled the trash can a block away and didn't tell you what gases I was putting in and lit it and let it go, would you be able to tell me from looking at it which gases it was from a block away, one block?
I don't
Yes,
know about
with-
I don't know about block. Yeah, he's right. He's trying to make sense. He's trying to make sense of it all. Yeah, I get what you're going with this.
Yeah, with-
Vince is
hold
like,
on, with
"Good, I
the-
can see it.
Because
With the right
if you can't
telescope,
tell,
you see shit like
he's gonna
that.
tell you. He's gonna tell you the thing,
if
the
you
right
can't
space.
tell me that with your eyeball from a block away,
The
you
thing
think
about
that they
space-
can tell us from 93
See?
million miles
So
away
the
what
thing
the
about
sun
space,
is?
it's like
Logan,
it's
this is where you're retarded, Logan.
Yeah.
Seeing it through a specific telescope will give you like infrared type of
I was
sensors
just gonna
that can
say,
see the
totally,
gas.
but before infrared, apparently what they had was like, you know how now this should make you laugh. So you know when you have the projector machines, remember the old picture
Oh, yeah.
projectors, the
Yeah.
little slots.
Yep.
So apparently they have like specific things that show what exactly is burning by just dropping like the films in front of it, and like if it turns a certain color, it's like hydrogen. Not to say that's for real. I'm just saying they had that before the.
I don't even care if that's for real. That's not 93 million miles away.
Yeah,
Looking
that's
through
the
a
problem.
telescope.
You
I
gotta
can
have a
barely
great
see the
zoom.
moon, bro. I can barely see the moon. The one thing I fucking hate is all these people that are like, "Oh, check out my Samsung," and the guy's like zooming into the moon. Fuck you. Fuck you, bullshit. Your fucking phone doesn't do any of that.
Hold on, you just reminded me of a feature. Was it
God, shut up.
iPhone?
No, there's no way.
No, iPhone or Samsung or whatever. They had something where you, right, Ted, when you looked at
When
the
you
moon.
zoomed in.
Yeah.
Once you zoomed in, it became AI and turned into a fake picture. Is that what you're talking about?
What?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. This is
What?
true.
Just like Google Earth, when you zoom out and it jumps to AI, like when you zoom
That-
in,
No, no.
it jumps to an AI image.
No, this is, I think, confirmed from them that it does something like
What?
that. When you look at the moon, zoom in enough, AI then takes over in the phone, in the camera, and it gives you a semi-real picture now because it's altered. Now, hold on. That means they're fucking with your camera. That means
Yeah.
we don't know when they're gonna do something else with your camera.
No,
You know
that
when
means
it
that-
changed? Pokemon Go, bro. When they came out with Pokemon Go and had people going, "Oh, look, in real life, and we're inserting this and inserting that," they were
Augmented
like,
reality
"Oh, okay,
shit.
they're cool with it. Let's
Oh,
do this.
shit.
Let's roll it
That
out."
was freaky,
Oh,
right?
fuck.
Go.
Why you gotta ruin
Go.
everything? Oh,
I'm
Ted,
sorry,
come
bro.
on, bro. No, it's not even about Pokemon. I'm just thinking of how easily they fucked us. Oh my god. You know, like that's such a the thing is, even if they're not, I'm just gonna put it out there because maybe they're not. But if they were, we're fucked. How many people downloaded that game? I'm pretty sure anybody and everybody with a
I
kid.
never did it.
Maybe without a kid. Yeah, okay. But as your wife. Oh, see? You're
My
fucked.
wife didn't do it.
Exactly.
No, my wife never. She's like me.
Yeah. How would you know? She probably downloaded it while you
She's
were like,
not like that. No, I'm telling you. Yeah.
He's like, I make sure I
Pokemon-
chain her up when she is.
He's like,
But
I
hold
checked her
on.
phone.
Go back to the Go West. No, Go Pokemon. Go Pokemon, right?
Yo, that
What
is
the
trippy shit.
That was in 2016 or 17 or something, right?
That was that
It
was
is
back.
Nintendo.
That was back. in
People,
augmented
They were
reality. Yep.
falling into a puddle of water and shit. And
Like
in
worse than that, I think a couple people died playing it.
They did, right?
because they were looking at the thing and like went off a fucking cliff on a trail or some shit.
Oh, wow.
Like
what?
No, they
Looking
did.
for what? A fucking little.
It's not
thing?
real. It's not there.
all of this, all of it is people who are sorry, you're right.
It's the worst part.
It's people who are lacking something in their life, and they're lacking
Yes,
something
a
in their
soul.
life because of the world that they have set up.
It's
I
called
mean,
social
yeah.
fucking skills, bro. If you
Well-
I have no friends except this phone. I'm gonna go to a hike and find me a Pokemon.
I know.
Yo, if it was
I
us,
know,
we'd be
it's
like, "Hey,
bad.
you guys want to go for a bike ride through the path? Maybe we'll find some Pokemon." Sure, why not?
Dude, I
That's
remember.
Like us with-
I'd be like,
Being
thanks for
kids,
coming
like,
out,
that's
bro.
You know, like being kids, that's what I would be doing if I had a cell phone and Pokemon was out. But like, obviously, we didn't. But I'd go on.
Yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah,
you
as
know,
kids,
bike
that
rides
would
and
be
shit. Yeah,
different.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But this was grown ass people. I remember walking with a friend in the woods, not in the woods, but near nature.
So you have
I
played
could
it.
see- I did. We were just doing some
Gotcha,
nice
yeah,
things.
sure, buddy.
Yeah, and walking. And we could see people, grown ass people, running
Oh,
around in the fucking with their phone like retarded. I was like,
They
what
have
the
nets
fuck
and shit. I'm gonna catch one.
Yeah, I don't know
Gotta
what the
catch 'em
fuck that
all.
was. What was it to find that yellow thing?
NPCs. It was people fucking. I don't know.
I think I have it now on my phone.
Why do people? It's just an extension of why were the people screaming at people, chasing them down because they didn't have masks on during COVID.
Yeah, that was
Like,
the pre-COVID.
It's a
thing.
deadly disease. Let me run at you and say that you're spreading disease. That makes zero sense. Anybody who was really afraid of a fucking outbreak, the last thing they would do is run at someone and yell at them and try to
Right.
touch them. This is
Yeah.
insane. It's just insane behavior.
I agree.
It is insane. So going back to the rocket pushing off of
bring it back, Ted. Bring it back.
the rocket pushing off semi-vacuum.
No,
Because
there's no
they-
semi-vacuum. It's a negative 17 torr vacuum.
But
There's
we-
nothing
it's
out
it's
there, like
we
zero.
can't
You go
even
out there,
pull a vacuum that strong on Earth
I
that
know,
they
but
claim it is.
It's got 0 over 0. So that means when you do like kick your leg, nothing moves out there. It's like
I know,
you just
but
move your
we
hands and fucking,
globies,
like nothing.
we say that it's not a
Oh, are you a
full
globie?
vacuum. Yes.
Are you a globie?
Absolutely, I am.
I'm like in the middle.
No, he's a
Are you the
flat
big
earther.
one?
He's taken on this persona for a good conversation. He knows the
I
Earth is flat.
appreciate that, but I am a globie. So we say it's not a full vacuum. It's like degrees of vacuum. Just like when we go higher on Earth, it gets lighter and lighter and lighter. So does it continue in the space? It gets lighter and lighter with the vacuum. Yeah, at some
So
point.
that's caused by gravity, though, right? Globy,
Yeah.
Vince.
Gravity.
Yes,
So-
our gravity and the moon's
Which
gravity.
which gravity? Which
Our
gravity, do you?
gravity
No.
and
Which
the moon.
which gravity do you believe is true? Do you believe in Newtonian gravity or do you believe in Einsteinian gravity? Because they're
Einsteinian.
totally different. Okay.
Tell me.
So
about
you
it.
believe the bending and warping of space-time.
Yes.
What's the other
So-
option?
Newton said
Newtonian.
the apple fell to earth, therefore the larger body made the smaller body fall to it. That says that mass itself creates gravity, so any big enough object will pull smaller object towards it, which, every time I go anywhere near a mountain, I constantly get sucked to it and stuck to it. So that makes sense. But
Well,
so that's
takes time.
Newtonian. It takes time.
Yeah.
And then
it runs
Einsteinian
slowly.
is the bending and warping of space-time, and that the Earth isn't sucking you down. Space-time is pushing you down.
Yeah.
And yes, and
Why is it calling it
space-time is
space
bent
time?
Can I tell you? So can I tell
because
you
they
the
had no other
concept of
word
that,
for it.
though? Can I give you like concept of that?
It's
So,
like monkey bat. Like
you know
just
when
make
you,
up words.
Yes.
You know when you like drive a car on the highway and like if it's like a sports car, you press the gas and it like pushes itself flatter to the ground. So
Yeah,
like it has
yeah.
more aerodynamics.
You can tell this dude has money. by the way. Go ahead. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Go
I
ahead.
ain't got shit.
You're like, you ever
Yeah.
drove a sports car? You ever drove a Lambo? Let's see. Have you ever?
Okay, push the
Actually,
gas.
there's. I have,
press
but
the gas.
let's go.
You push
You
the
press
gas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so and then you go and then so like imagine it's like the Earth is spinning around and flying through space, and it's being pushed down by like that speed. You know, like the Earth is in the middle here, and
Yeah.
like for some reason, whatever's around the Earth is like pushing it through like space, and it's
Yeah.
like pushing everything down. You know, like causing gravity. What if that's possible?
I think it's all bullshit. Considering everything we're saying, it's all bullshit, man.
Like,
I mean,
listen, here's the thing. Tuesdays at
Oh,
6 a.m. or
no.
6 p.m., not a.m. So the only proof they had of Newtonian gravity was
that was a lazy
the-
plug, by the way.
it was the Cavendish experiment, where this dude was a millionaire and wanted to prove that gravity existed. So he set up an experiment in order to prove that gravity existed. And he hung 2 lead balls in a shed, and he had to observe it from his house, where he set up a periscope, because the mass of his body could affect it, because mass attracts mass. Never mind the fact that it was in a shed. The mass of the shed wouldn't affect it, just the mass of his body. So he had to look at it through his house. And over time, slowly, these 2 balls hanging from a string, one of one mass and one of the other, they turned, and it pulled towards the larger mass. That proves that gravity exists. Obviously, that doesn't take into account Earth's gravity, the largest mass of all, that should have been pulling it down and not letting it move. But, because it turned a little, that proves that the larger ball pulled the smaller ball towards it,
Okay,
and that proves
sounds
it.
like
Ted.
some pile of shit. That's not
Ted, can I?
that makes no sense.
Look it up, bro. Look it up. I'm not making this up. The Cavendish
believe you.
experiment.
Can I say this retarded thing? I don't know if it even makes sense, but let's say I caught you fucking my wife, and I'm like,
That's not too far fetched. All right, let's go with that.
yeah, I caught you fucking my wife, and I'm like, what the fuck, Ted? What are you doing? And you're trying to explain it. How you're trying to explain the globe shit?
I
Like,
said,
oh,
look,
no,
she had a
that's
large
Yeah.
mass in her pelvis, and the
Yeah.
gravity pulled my dick in.
all of the same types of
Like the space shuttle.
retarded explanations you're trying to explain the globe with. If you try to do that, trying to explain why you fucked my wife, do you think I would have believed you? No. Like, what I'm saying is, if it sounds like bullshit,
It's
It
probably
is.
bullshit.
yeah,
Yeah, of
and
course.
that shit sounds like pure bullshit. The globe,
That's what it
all
is.
of it sounds like
You know,
pure
after-
bullshit.
I think you're right. After we, if you open your eyes up, not to anything, but like, what is the government or anyone ever part of the institute or part of this thing? This thing I want to call it.
Whatever.
like the mob.
We need to come up with
Whatever.
it. Let's call it Tom. No, I'm kidding.
Fucking, like, whatever the thing is.
They're like, who's
No,
they? It's fucking Tom, man. That's all.
It's like they're like from the time you're born to the
You're
time
fucked.
that like you come out of like elementary school to high school to university, you're being pumped this shit over and over like a booster shot.
Well, and
They're just
those also.
fucking pumping you with that shit all day. If they told you that pink was blue and blue was green,
I would have believed it.
Yeah, that's
Dude.
absolutely.
There's
I
like
would've
19 things I want to say to what you just said.
It's so
Say 18.
fucked.
Say 17.
But
huh?
Let's go with the first one. Pink is blue, blue is green. I ask everybody this. It blows my fucking mind. Describe the color green to me without using another color.
it's like a cucumber color.
But that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything to me. So what if
Shit,
what
I
if
don't
your
know.
what if your green is my
I know what.
orange? How would we ever distinguish if when I looked at a cucumber, it looked orange, but people said cucumbers
Okay.
are green? That to me would be green. Oh, trees are orange, but people call it green. How do I know your green is my green? How do we know that? Explain to me how we get to that.
You see where it says phone booth podcast, substack.com at the top? It's like,
Yeah, that's
That's green.
orange.
that's green. Fuck you.
No, but what I'm
I get
saying
what you're
is,
saying.
so
No, I have no idea.
say
Let's ask
I
one
see
person.
those letters, the color that the phone booth is.
I want
And
you to
we're all
describe that if
saying
you're
that's
blind.
green.
So if somebody was blind, they'd have no idea what any color is. How do they?
No, you couldn't.
distinguish?
You couldn't. What's yellow? Well, it's close to green, but it's well, what's green? Well, it's like mixed of yellow and blue. Well, what's blue? Like you can't.
So let's say the color red. We know blood is red, but let's say you say, yeah. I
What
think
if
so.
blood?
Blood is blue.
What if blood? Yeah, actually, blood is blue until it comes into
Yeah,
contact with
oxygen.
oxygen, and then it turns red. But
Right.
yes,
Yeah.
that's
Is
why your
that
veins
so?
look blue. That's why your veins look
That's why your
blue.
veins look green
You don't
and
see
blue,
red
yeah.
lines going through your skin. You see
Yeah,
blue
why don't we
lines.
see red lines?
Because
Like
blood is
Dracula.
blue. Blood is
Alien.
blue until it becomes comes into contact with oxygen.
We're like
Okay,
we're like those Hot Wheel cars that you dip in hot water
Yeah.
and change color.
Hot Wheels.
Listen,
Batman.
I don't even know where I'm going with this. I just want to play with this. You know blood
What she
is
said.
red. I know blood is red. Myer knows blood is red. But let's say you think it's yellow.
No, okay,
Okay.
I know blood is red, but what
But
if
yeah,
what if
it's
the way
yellow.
that I
Describe red.
see red? So this lighter
I
is
know.
red. What if the
Yeah.
way that I see this lighter is the same color that you see leaves on a tree? How would you ever differentiate that? How would you
Yeah, that's
describe
why
to
I
me
want to
that
play
I'm wrong?
with this. I want to play with this. So your red is yellow. That would mean when you see a red apple, that would be a yellow apple for you.
But it would still be red.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
a
but
watermelon.
I would still call it red because that's what
Yeah.
I've been taught. This is
But
red.
hold on then. Hold on. And a watermelon, a red watermelon would be a
Inside.
yellow inside for you, right?
Yes, it would look
Then
yellow.
the sun,
You're yellow.
which is then the sun, which should be yellow, might be
It's-
red for you.
It's not. It's not yellow anymore. Then, no,
I know.
sun's
But-
white now.
Hold on. I want to go to light and dark because
Dualistic.
yeah, because yes, like Myers' hair, huh?
I love it.
How do
Oh,
you
fuck.
see light and dark? Could you see dark as light and light as dark as well? Or
That's
is
a
it
different
only-
subject because dark is the absence of light.
Color.
Yeah,
It's-
but what
it's
if
a little
you
bit
see the
different.
light in the dark and the dark in the light?
I would be a raccoon.
like me.
I don't know. I'm just playing with this. Okay. So you can't fuck with the dark and the light. Is that what you're saying?
No, because light is how we see everything. Everything we see is light bouncing off
Oh, I
of it.
know.
That's how our eyes interpret it. So for
So wait, so
somebody
you
to
flat
be able to
earthers believe-
see light and dark opposite.
Did you say
would
so?
be-
You flat earthers believe you son of a cock? Huh?
I just want to be your asshole.
Oh, dude, I'm being nice. I could destroy your
I'm
whole
just fucking-
paradigm.
No,
I love
Maya,
you.
Maya,
so I'm
Maya,
just
Maya,
being-
Maya,
I'm not
Maya,
lying
hold
to
on.
you.
Let's
I'm
go
not
to
lying.
that.
Oh no, I love it.
But I want to hear. Yeah.
You can never,
So-
ever,
so
ever offend
in terms
me.
I'm not trying to, anyways. In terms of like other types of science, though, other than gravity and all that shit, because I don't really care about that type of stuff. I mean, if it ends up being fake, it's fake.
And gay.
But like
Yes.
the whole space thing, I'm totally on your page. I totally believe in all that shit you said. Even the flat part, bro, it could totally be possible. I'm not even gonna put that past it because I've never
You-
seen the fucking Earth, and you know what? Why not?
You know how I know
All the
it's flat.
cartoons
huh?
used to
We
have
can
flat
see
Earths.
too far. We can see too far. But yeah, go ahead, man.
Think
But-
about
so-
just how
but-
this reality is laid out. When you see the street lights, right? This 3D reality is built off of lines. Line,
They get smaller and
Yeah.
lower as they go away.
The
just
whole
like
layout of our reality is built off of lines in its foundation because that's how
They wanna make it
everything
look
goes.
round. Yeah, of course.
What do you mean round?
Yeah,
No,
so-
I'm lines. Listen, lines. Like let's say we got a rectangle, right? You're watching. Your view is a rectangle, right? You're watching down the street lights. This whole foundation of this reality is built off of lines, meaning how everything goes straight lines like this. It's all lines.
yeah,
Lines.
Yes, lines.
Yes, it's not like curvy. It's all lines. Then why wouldn't the whole plane also be a line? And water is level. Everything is lines.
He just turned into Arnold real quick. I don't know. Get to the chopper now. Everybody down.
No,
Fuck,
that's
bro.
probably hidden around, by the way. But
I know. I love it.
Hey, that's a good clip. Lions.
oh, you
Let's
kidding
go.
me?
Go.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
so it's all lines. Yes. So there is no globe. I've never
Okay,
seen
fine,
one.
Fine. I've never seen one either. I haven't
What?
seen one. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So why are we the crazy ones?
I
We're
don't
just
think
saying
you're
we never
crazy.
seen a
Who said
globe.
you're crazy? Who said
Everybody,
you're crazy?
everybody says
Everybody. Yeah.
Nobody called you crazy here. Calm down. Holy
Wasn't
shit.
me.
Yeah,
It wasn't me.
No, so we got to watch this Candace clip.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah,
derail.
can we go to it, please? Yeah, let's go. Come
We
on.
got to
Let's
watch
continue
this because
Okay.
listen. I
no
know it's all a
context?
show. I know it's all a show, but if this scene is in the show, it's in the fucking show for a reason, and this shit is getting spicy.
Let's see it.
No context, just go. Right.
No context, just go.
Okay.
Wait until you don't try to obfuscate it. You don't try to say, well, wait until the memorial event before we start looking into who murdered him. You tell the truth and you tell it immediately. And I don't think they're capable of doing that. And I have an idea as to why that is. I think the same people that were pressuring Charlie are pressuring them. In fact, I know that for a fact. So they might need my help. Okay. I'm going to state this, and I'm going to challenge Turning Point USA executives to issue a very clean statement saying that I am lying if this is not true. About 48
She
hours
has bigger
before Charlie
balls
Kirk
than
died,
most of the
Charlie
men I
informed
know.
Yeah.
This
So I saw
character
that.
has bigger
I saw that
balls than most. Yeah.
So here's the
Yeah.
thing. Listen.
Hold on.
there's been-
Let Vince see it. The rest. He hasn't seen it. Watch the
Oh,
rest
have
of
you
it.
seen this, Meyer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll watch this. Yeah.
Oh, what
Go
the
ahead.
fuck?
Watch
See,
it,
I'm
Vince.
that much out of the loop. Okay.
You lost internet for like 8 hours and gone. Out of
and
the
I'm in the Stone Ages,
The dark-
right? 4 days.
trying to start a fire over here.
right.
And I'm going to challenge Turning Point USA executives to issue a very clean statement saying that I am lying if this is not true. About 48 hours before Charlie Kirk died, Charlie informed people at Turning Point, as well as Jewish donors and a rabbi, that he had no choice but to abandon the pro-Israel cause outright. Okay, Charlie was done. He said it explicitly that he refused to be bullied anymore by the Jewish donors. Can you guys answer? Did he express that? Did he also express that he wanted to bring me, Candace Owens, back because he was standing up for himself? And then did he, just 48 hours later, conveniently catch a bullet to the throat before our onstage reunion could happen?
Allegedly.
It's a yes or a no. Okay, let's stop this ditching. Let's stop the dodging. Let's explicitly, I want to hear from Turning Point USA that I'm lying about that. I want you to say, no, it was just, he was feeling a little bit of pressure. No, I want you to literally answer what I have just said. It either happened or it didn't. I'm either making it all up or it happened exactly as I'm saying. And while we're at it, may I ask, what is the name of the Jewish donor who sponsored the Hamptons weekend? Okay. And to Pastor Rob McCoy, were there any LLCs that you or your son were being paid through that sat outside of Turning Point? I'm asking that question genuinely. Yeah, I'm putting the fire here right at the feet of Turning Point because I am disgusted. I am genuinely disgusted. I am looking around and wondering whether Charlie's entire life was the Truman Show. None of you guys are behaving in the way that you should be behaving. Okay?
Interesting. Huh.
There's no way you are letting these lies fly.
That is very interesting because there was theories about what if, his name of the Turning Point, it was named Turning Point and now it's used as a turning point for USA. Truman Show.
Yeah, somebody very intelligent said that. Oh, that might have been me.
Oh, was
might
you?
have been me.
Honestly,
It was me.
Ah, nice.
I totally believe in the whole concept where you're manufactured. How can I put it? Or you're
to what degree?
To all extents. So if your mom and your dad has been the government from the time you've been born and they take care of you and they have handlers for you from the time you're born till the time you become an adult, you're gonna love that handler no matter what, just like your own mom and your dad. I don't care what you say, okay? What if honestly, I'm just tossing this out there, but what if guys like Charlie were just puppets of actual like governments. Like you guys, before Stephen King went all fucking ape shit, he did write some crazy books. Have you guys ever read the book called The Institute, for example?
No.
No, I
Okay,
haven't.
so like
actually.
that book is all about like that spy project. I forget the name right now, but you'll know it off the top of your head, Ted. The one where like the Russians and the Americans were able to use kids to be able to like telepathically see.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I
So
do. What the
it's a
fuck was the
book based
name?
on that, and it's called The Institute. Straight up, bro. And I listen to this stuff on like audiobooks. Like I'm not like reading it, so it's like somebody's reading me the book. But like
That's the best
it's
way,
a
honestly.
it's a great fucking story. Not trying to pump Stephen King at all here, but like, yo, man, that's a possibility to me. Like, if these kids are being groomed from time they're young, and their upbringings are through like this, like, just imagine his pathway. Like, you're talking about some guy who like basically made it into the NBA of journalism without doing one day of real journalism until like he became big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying to you? It was like a kid who started carrying a camera and taping himself, basically. But instead of becoming a YouTuber, he became fucking huge. Because
Yeah.
he had a following of people, like-minded people. That's the thing, right? The like-minded people. But like, if you're the government, how many guys like this do you think they have in the bag? Like CIA and all these
So
other
many.
like all
And
these
who-
other agencies have this. Like, this is implemented in their system. They have kids that they watch, just like NBA scouts and NFL scouts and university scouts.
Yeah.
And who
Yo,
could
bro,
stop you, right? If you were the government,
no
you're
one's
the top
stopping you,
dog.
bro.
Yeah.
You're the best mathematician, but you're a little autistic. But CIA. Like you're going in that back room and figuring out every fucking different thing that can possibly
Dude,
happen.
have you ever seen that
Scenario.
movie, A Beautiful Mind?
Beautiful Mind, perfect example.
That's a fucking
That's a
great
perfect
movie.
example.
Great example. Yeah.
So, I mean, because now you're seeing all this messed up shit, and like I wanted to bring this up, I just didn't want to change the subject because the whole like thing we were talking about was fun, But
Yeah.
when you look at this big picture right now with her, with all this shit, I don't believe any of this stuff because it could all just be acting. But I've really been questioning the Charlie Kirk death, and by that I'm not saying he's not dead or he's alive, whatever the fuck. But there's way too many things out there for me to choose. I'm at a buffet and I like everything I see.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Like, that's
yeah,
the fucking
man.
problem. I'm at a buffet and I see everything and I'm like, oh, I want it all. And then I'm looking at it all. I'm like, fuck, I don't know which one I want now. I'm dibble-dabbling in the crab.
Did
like
you
the
hear-
fucking shrimps, but I don't know what I want here.
Did you hear what I had to say on this? Do you remember the old speech of the director of the CIA that said, once the American people don't know what is real and what isn't, our mission is complete. And that's where we are, even as troopers.
Salute.
We don't know what's
Yo,
real. We know that something's fucking fishy, but we don't know. Was it a hologram? Was it a fucking different shooter? Was it the dude with this? Was it the dude with that? Was it the hatch? Did he go down in the hatch? When he's carried away, his shoes were clean. How did they have no blood on them? Like, all these fucking things all make sense. And how is
you
that
passing me this?
possible if it wasn't fucking planned?
Vince, are you passing me that thing? What is that?
No. I'm doing.
This is Vince's move.
I wanna insert something.
Puff,
You know
puff,
what
pass, bro.
The weirdest thing is that the establishment or the Trump team or whatever, none of them are acknowledging your buffet. All of the weird things that happened
No,
with
they're not.
Charlie. They're
Bro, but
not.
that's
They're
why
like.
They
I've
gave
gotten
us
to the
some
point-
fake and gay text messages that are clearly
That's
not
it?
a real.
But what
I'll
I'm
be
saying
honest.
is, if we see it, you don't think FBI sees what we see?
Oh, they
you know what I mean?
know.
guys-
They set it
you
up.
guys-
I know.
You guys
but,
follow that guy Jess? You guys follow that guy Jess? I sent
Jess
it to you
who?
once, Ted. He makes the 3D models for like cars and shit like that for like interiors and whatnot. But
No.
he's
I mean,
on Twitter.
possibly if you sent him
Just
to
type-
me and said follow
Yeah,
him, I
just type
probably
in,
did.
Just type
but-
in Jess. He's there anyways. This guy, and he has some fucking great shit. I have no idea where the fuck he's getting all his info from, but this guy's on top of his game. Okay, and the
I know
older
who you're talking
guy,
about now. Yes, he
he's
is on
American.
top of his fucking
He
game.
is on top of his game.
Yes.
And I have no idea. And like, what? I tell him all the time. And like, for some reason, I have like a very nice relationship with him. He's not following me, but like when I write to him, he writes back. You know what I mean? Like he's acknowledging my like thing.
But hold on, what is he? What is he on top
Bro,
of? Like, what is he doing?
He brings up so many facts that right now, like, yeah. Put it this way for you. if you're an American and you're sitting around right now, you're like, I love Trump, and, like, but what if you're being fucking misled? And I'm not saying that by any means. I'm not saying he's bad or good. I'm saying
it's just a black pill, huh?
Bro, what if there's
No,
something
actually.
other than
Okay.
that happening right now that's like we're not seeing because we don't know, because we're just living amongst our old, we're being fed even what we do know. Keep that in mind. Okay?
Yeah.
So, like, what's worse? Being told possible realities or being told total false, and then figuring out that the total false, kind of like the flat earth, round earth, imagine, I'm just telling you, that day when it comes, let's just say you guys are absolutely right and it is flat. I'm just giving you an example.
Yeah.
When that day comes, people are going to be fucking shocked and appalled, and you're going to see people like losing their minds. That's the day when the rest of the world will wake up and be like, we've been lied to.
Yeah.
People don't like being lied to. That's number one. But like this whole Charlie Kirk thing, man, and what's been happening in the background. If you go on that guy Jess's page, I don't want to go right now. I don't want to mess the internet up here because it's so
yeah, don't do
it's
that.
so fragile over here for some reason. It's this location.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna touch it.
Don't touch nothing.
Nah. But my point is, man, like this whole Charlie Kirk thing, they're making it seem like his wife was in on it. She was working for the small hats, as you guys say, and that like she was upright and she was like Miss Arizona, and then she was like, immediately picked up and like by like that so and so government.
Myer? Did you see her?
In.
Myer,
Bro,
did you see?
What? That's the fucked up part. It all makes sense if you want it to make sense. It's so crazy.
No, but
Like,
did you see when she was on the podcast?
And she mentioned the word content like 32 times.
Two times in 36 seconds.
Oh yeah, but she mentioned it more than that and longer.
She also mentioned we got a lot of things coming in the pipe. Don't worry, subscribe. There's good.
And
shit
did you
coming up.
also hear that Snoop looked it up on our stream that in 2025 his life insurance policy was up from 1 million
doubled.
to 5 million
A week ago?
That's not suspicious.
Isn't that what detectives would say? Like,
suspicious when the Twin Towers went down and the guy Silverstein or whatever his name was?
No.
Yes.
Like,
No. Yes, it was suspicious.
What do you mean suspicious? What was suspicious about that? He said,
business move.
"No, hold on. You know what he said?
Airplane accidents. Good idea.
Larry Silverstein or whatever his name was. He just said the truth. He said there was a lot of loss of life. And we decided in the few hours of the whole incident to just pull a building that would take months to
No,
rig.
not that.
He took insurance out on the whole complex.
Like a month
for
before.
Like $7 billion
He took out terrorism insurance a month before, which they were like, yeah, we'll give you that. That's never going to fucking happen. And it got a ridiculous return.
Hold on. So if I'm Larry Silverstein.
He's like, yeah, what's up,
Stein.
If I was Larry Silverstein, and in the early, in the beginning of 2001,
by the way.
Yeah. In the beginning of 2001, if I heard something about some Taliban trying to attack the United States, it would be normal for me to increase my insurance.
Yeah, bro. Totally normal. Look.
I'm just trying to explain something to you.
I can hear this meeting.
Nothing about what's happening in the last 2 weeks makes very much sense. And even the wife thing, bro, makes no sense. And then the only thing.
Do you know she was in 2 different reality TV shows?
That's the other thing. I was gonna say that. I saw that. Yeah, what the fuck? Right? And you're telling me that she was this goody good chick who
But she was a Christian.
I found her at church. What church?
Yeah.
Church in fucking
the Church
Hollywood?
of Satan.
The backlot motherfucker.
But was she slutty on that TV show? Was she? Do we know if she was a slut?
Do you think she wasn't slutty?
Have you ever seen her?
Maybe she was a Christian slut. I don't know.
She was pretty hot.
Can you be a Christian slut?
Yes, and most
You
of
can.
them are.
Oh.
Sorry, a lady in the street and a freak in the bed. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
Luda had one thing right,
All I saw from that reality show was that she was a Christian. She was Christian.
Right.
That's all.
So so a lot of people are Christian.
Because all Christians go on reality shows to get D. That's what they do.
Yeah, but she was just looking for the soulmate.
I love you,
found him
man.
at church. She found him at church. His name was
I don't
Charlie.
even
She's
know
like,
how you do
hold on, so
it.
I saw something on online the other day, and it was she was talking about how she saw Charlie for the first time. She's like, after she won Miss Arizona, Israel.
She's
came
like,
and
I
they took
asked.
her-
She's
Wait,
like, I
the place-
asked
the
the
place
dude
with
who
the-
introduced us to move his nose for a second so I could see.
Hold on. She's like, they took us. The small hat guys took us to their country and we went to the wall or whatever it was there. And then she's like, she looked
Is that
back
where
and
they
saw-
met?
She's like, I turned around and I saw this guy. And she's like, the video
Hold,
like her turning
hold
her head.
on.
See the
Hold
light.
on.
Hold on. Let me just finish.
Oh, finish.
And then,
Yes.
and then she's like, she's like, a year later, I saw him at an event, and I went over and I was like, hey, were you at the wall this specific day? And he's like, yeah, I was there too.
No.
And then he's like, it was Charlie.
No.
Yes.
Are you
Swear on
bullshitting
my
me
life.
or are you
I
telling
swear
the
on my
truth?
life. I swear on my life. I'm
She
not making
says
that
the
up. It's
first
on
time she
Twitter.
saw him was at the Wailing Wall.
Yes.
Holy
The hat
fucking
wall.
shit.
Breaking
Yes.
news.
So they
Holy
first met
shit.
eyes.
No,
Everybody
that's
else
it.
online saw
That's it for me. That's it. That's it. I don't
You're
care.
like,
That's it for me.
Dun. Game over.
Are you hold on? Are you saying Charlie and her they met?
No, they
eyes
didn't
at
meet
the
there.
wall?
She
saw each other for the
saw
first
him
time.
there.
She
They
saw him
each
near the
other.
wall.
Kind
Yeah.
of like how I met you guys here, and I was like, I saw them all at this wall.
They were all at the wall.
I
But
was at my
but
wall.
didn't she listen? Not to be an asshole, I don't think Charlie Kirk is Brad Pitt looking. You know what I mean? But she made it sound
You don't like his gums? That's what I thought was funny. So, like a month before he died, all the memes going around were of his giant gums.
Face.
And everyone was like, oh, fuck, oh, let's make fun
You
of
think
Charlie
South
Kirk. And then
Park
they're
was
like,
in on it?
I can't believe that you're talking shit on Charlie Kirk. And like went total flip in like a month. It was crazy.
So
And he
what
had
do you
the
say,
South Park
Myer? You
episode.
said, do you think who is in on it? What did you say?
South Park.
South Park.
Fucking Trey Parker, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, these cartoons
Son of a
like
cock.
Simpsons and South Park.
No, but anyway.
So, hold on.
I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Hold on. So on my way to work, I listen to talk radio because I can't handle any music anymore. And I hate the talk radio too, but at least I learn what's going on in the mainstream. But anyway, so I heard a commercial today on the radio of the girl who does Bart Simpson's voice.
She's old now.
So she has a podcast with
She's had a
people
sick-
from the show, and she says, do you want to know how the Simpsons always predicted future events? Blah, blah, blah,
Yes.
blah, blah. And like going through it. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I
do
want to
wanna know.
know. So I got to find out what episode they actually talk about that and find it. Cause I was like,
Wow.
they're playing this on the radio?
Time
Of course I
machine.
want to know. It's probably because Matt Groening is a 33rd degree Mason, but I want to know more about
Is
it.
he
So
actually?
yes, he is for sure. 100%.
Wow. Was
The
that why
creator
he
of The
just-
Simpsons is a 33rd degree Mason.
How did he become that? How did we
That's
get in there? is what I
it's
wanna
not
know.
how he became that. That's how he became the creator of The Simpsons. I'm sure.
Shut your
but-
fucking mouth.
No, I have no proof of that. But come on, like
Wow.
you think some dude that just happened to create one of the biggest shows of all times, it's totally unrelated that he was a 33 degree Mason?
What was he 33 degree at the time he made it?
I don't know. I don't know
I
the
wanna be
timeline
33 degree
myself.
Mason. What is that? What is that? What is that entitled to? Do I get a driver?
Dude,
So-
that's
I
the
want a
funny thing.
driver and a salary.
It has all become in our vernacular or whatever you want to call it. You ever heard of like, oh, giving them the third degree? That thing,
Yeah.
questioning somebody,
shit.
that's from Masonry. The third degree is when they ask you all the questions about your life and you have to give up all your truths. So all our lives we've been saying the third degree. We have no clue. The third
33rd
degree. What the fuck do you think that means?
Didn't
It's like-
Trump
it's-
say something about Charlie being builder or what the fuck, master builder or something at the funeral?
like a Mason shit?
celebration.
Where his
Yeah,
wife had the
something like
G
that.
ring on?
Yeah.
Mason?
Trump said Charlie is a master builder or something.
Did he say Bader? me.
She's a
No, I'm kidding.
masturbator.
So hold on. Going back to
You
Myers.
just sounded like such a pothead. Masturbator. I love
I missed that one.
it.
Going back to
God.
Myers thing about the Truman Show.
Yes.
Yes, that's
Totally
Could
believe
they?
it.
Okay, but let's step it up even
Total
further.
possibility, 100%.
Could
And
they
maybe he
do
really is in Valhalla, if that's the case.
But could
That's
they
why I
do
never showed his face when they're taking him into.
What if they're doing a Truman Show on us all?
Oh,
Could
they
that
are.
be?
That's
Is
just
that too much?
bro. That,
Vince,
Is
you've
that too
lost
much?
your you lost
Then
your
some of us
edge,
are getting it
bro.
way too easy.
Why?
Yeah, some of us are getting
Why?
it way too easy.
Why?
Because Myer
Why?
just cut you off like 6 times.
Did you
I'm
cut me
sorry.
up, Myer?
In the past, you would have been like, "Shut your fucking cocksucker, bro."
Dude, Myers the
Sorry.
guest.
You're becoming
man.
docile. I know.
He's
I,
the
I
guest.
taught you well.
I'm gonna shut up.
Nah,
Yeah.
at this point, Meyer's a friend. He's not even a guest
Yeah,
anymore. He's
yeah.
just a friend, dude.
So you lost your
It's
guest
rare
privilege.
that you meet somebody that just like, dude. I didn't know what you thought about the shape of the earth. I don't know what you think about anything. I just know you're a good person. That's it.
Yeah, bro.
Like
we're
you're a
buddies.
great dude that can have great conversations. It's fucking awesome.
Isn't
Anyway,
this really what we
Go ahead,
would
purple
want?
shirt.
Isn't that an Illuminati Hillary Clinton color? But
no, that's actually a story from my life that I'll tell you about later. Go ahead.
okay. But what was I now saying? I was saying
I don't know. That's
Oh!
sometimes when the okay, go ahead.
This thing that we now have with Myer, isn't that what we would want with every guest? Like, yes, you want the guest to speak a lot, but you would also want to be able to have a conversation as if we're just buddies as well, right?
Absolutely. So normally, if it's a guest I don't know, I'm a little not nervous now that Vince has been here. Before, I always used to be nervous, but now I don't get nervous. I'm like, I hope it goes well. I don't know how this person, I hope they get my sense of humor. Tonight, I was like, this is going to be fucking fun. Like, I just know. I already know that there's nothing I'm going to say to you that you're going to be like, yo, I went on the Phone Booth podcast and Ted fucking said this. Like, I don't know if I can ever talk to them again because he said this thing to me. Like, there's nothing I could say to you, and there's nothing you could say to me that would fucking ever do that. And I love that. And yes, I wish every guest was that way, but that's not reality.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate
Because
that. No,
you want
honestly,
a
I
mix.
have so much
Yeah.
fun coming on here with you guys. Anyways, it's fun, man. You know, I haven't had a bad time with you guys ever up to now. I appreciate.
Just
it.
embrace the
'Cause it's
vibe
fun.
that on our podcast and anyone else listening, you can say whatever you want. We're never going to be like, holy shit, you're fucking stupid. Unless you tell me, well, I saw in my high school textbook, like, then I'm going to tell you you're retarded. Or if you said, well, Einstein said, well, okay, let's break that down. But like, if you're just a regular fucking person, I don't give a fuck. Let's talk about anything. Let's talk about leprechauns, bro. I don't even fucking care. Let's just talk. I love it.
Yeah, I think I have a problem when it becomes too stiff and sterile and formal.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of podcasts, they tend to go into this, I am the interviewer, you are the interviewee, or whatever. You know, like, I like that to a certain degree, but if it's all like that, it's a
Structured chaos, like you said. That's
Yeah,
what
that's
it is.
nice.
That's what it has to be. You got to
Structured
follow
chaos.
some lines, but in between the lines, like you got a line here and you got a line here, but everything in between can be.
But like you said, though, the guest, it depends on the guest. Like,
Yeah, true.
not everybody is like Myer. Not everybody
Oh.
will be fine with that, you know?
Did you
with us
see all this
talking
shit
like this.
blowing up with fucking oh god, what's his name? I should have thought about this before. Carry on, I'll find it.
Myer, okay, well, Myers, you want to say
I
something?
don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say was you know what the thing. So the one is I like this style of podcast that you guys do. Anyways, even yours.
What
too,
is
let's
that?
say.
What would you call this style?
What is it?
You're in like a genre, so like you could fall anywhere because you do have regular conversations. So you'd land in general, I guess, but you guys have like a flow. You know, like it's constantly moving because somebody's always tossing an idea, moving an idea here, moving an idea there, and then coming up with different perspectives. That's the thing people like, you know, like, and if you get somebody who's on and like, you know, this type of person kind of bores me and like this is what I don't like about podcasts. So like I've done interview style shows. Some of them, obviously, I'm friends with the people. So like,
I
me and
like
them
your
have
interviews.
a
Yeah.
back and forth. You know, like we joke around.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
at the end, I put in more like a conversational. I want them to tell the story, but being able to like have stuff like this is totally different. And it's when it's like in a relaxed environment when like you guys are doing your thing like normal, and I'm here, and it's friendly at the same time as like I personally like hearing stuff. But if you get those people that are like stuck in their way and like they're not ready to listen to you at all, then you got to tippy toe around those people, and it ruins the vibe because you can't be authentic, or genuine.
Can I ask you,
have to like
Myer, if you're interviewing somebody and it's one of those people who they go on a long ass thing and you can barely chime in, how is that for you as an interviewer? How is that?
So I guess it's different from everybody, right? It's different for everybody.
Oh.
So the way I look at it is like this. For someone like me, I said this to Ted, and I've said this to you before. I don't when I do my interviews, they're not necessarily about me. They're about the person who's there, actually. And the reason
Yeah, but
is
you still
because-
want to be able to chime in here and there, still,
yeah,
right?
of course. And I do chime in here and there, but I have had those interviews. But the thing is, you need to understand this. Sometimes, if someone's watching your show, Dualistic Podcast, they're watching it because you. If they're watching Phone Booth Podcast, they're watching it because of Ted. Obviously, his family of podcasting has grown over years.
Yeah.
And, you guys are here today. But my point is, they're watching it for you. For someone like me, yeah, maybe they'll know that they can come here and get these type of interviews that they're looking for, right? They're not coming there for me. They're coming there to learn about the persons on the show.
Hmm.
And then the difference is I can go on and not hold. And this is the thing. This is what I've learned is this. You can't hold judgment and hold a perspective and be like, this is reality as an interviewer. If you want to interview somebody and be able to be like not held to a fucking firing pole or like somebody holding a fire to your ass, then you can't have a real opinion. You can have a ton of opinions. I got a million things I say, but I make sure I say at the end, it's like, this is this. But like in an interview, I may not give my real opinion because the reality is I'm doing this for this person. I'm getting exposure from it, but that's the only reason. Here, I'm able to come out and still be me, but with you guys, I'm able to put out my opinions, suggestions, whatever they are, and still say, listen, even though I believe this doesn't mean that it is what it is, right? But
You don't believe anything you're saying, right? That's what we are.
All bullshit.
Remember but you believe still what you say, even though you
so
don't.
I think podcasts like this are more fun, especially if you get people on that like. Podcasts aren't good just because of like a famous person. They're good because people get together and they can brainstorm and do stupid stuff.
Yes,
brainstorm. It's like live brainstorming on the go. And if you got viewers, they get to chime in. So when you get guys like that, I don't know, you had some guy, Florida, whatever his name is. He always comes into your like the chats there. And
Florida
like,
Cracker, I think.
Florida
Cracker.
Yep. That guy's always dropping like his like his thoughts. And you hear that guy and you're like, oh, you know what? Fuck.
Think about it. Now that he hears this, when he sees this episode, he's like, they remember me. They know what I am about. Just thinking about his perspective. That's interesting.
I'm just saying, is like, I'm just using that as the example, but like, it opens up the whole realm of like crazy shit, bro. One day you might get somebody who's actually watching, who's like actually so in tune with this type of stuff that like they're gonna drop real information.
Yes, but I love that you said brainstorming. Ted, that's exactly what we're about. Brainstorming.
That's what we do.
Yeah, I like it.
You get to
I'm gonna keep that brainstorming. Yeah. Bam, 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 bam. Because that's the most interesting
Writing
thing.
something down.
Yeah, when we can brainstorm, that's when we can get bunch of unexpected stuff. Brainstorm.
Yeah.
Bam, beam, bam, bam, beam, bam, bam, beam. Great.
Beat bop boom bop.
And also,
I like it.
we don't force shit. The flow comes with the flow. It just comes. We don't force
I
it.
realized this white hair and this black and white background mix pretty well.
Yeah, he looks
Dualistic.
like fucking Tony
Dualistic.
Montana. He's fucking
It's-
Tony Montana. I'm gonna call him Tony Montana
It's
from now on.
it's the fucking
He's the real dualistic
the
guy.
Masonic checkerboard, black and white.
Yeah, he's the final boss in
Don't
the
tell
dualistic. Yeah.
Don't let him know. I got it.
Don't let him know.
You think I'm the final boss of dualistic? You're wrong. It's this guy.
Myer.
It's a hidden level that you don't see, that you end up in, and then you meet this guy in that fucking room right there.
Oh my
you know?
god, you guys kill me.
So
But let me
let's
ask
watch
you,
the
what do you
rest
think-
of the
Yeah.
clip
Let's see.
because it gets
Okay.
deeper.
Huh?
The Candace
All right.
clip. Because I think this is gonna come to a head because of what she's saying. I think.
So, and half an
I
hour
think
later,
they have no choice but to answer.
yeah,
That's what I
half
think.
an hour later, she was talking about TPUSA. Something
That he sent a
about-
letter to all of the
happy
board
people.
members that he can no longer
support.
he can
or
no
whatever.
longer support Israel's agenda,
Yeah.
and then called them out and asked them to tell her that she's lying.
Okay.
And they have yet to
Myer
respond,
here-
by the way. But yes,
Ah.
And
went
then
at
the next one I sent you after this is someone else posting saying Candace isn't lying. Here's my texts with someone from TPUSA.
Oh, I saw that.
Which is very
Ooh.
interesting. So that's
I
the
wanna
next
see
one
that
I sent-
too.
Yep. So watch this, and then we'll
Okay.
look at that.
Okay.
tweet of Turning Point because I am disgusted. I am genuinely disgusted. I am looking around and wondering whether Charlie's entire life was the Truman Show. None of you guys are behaving in the way that you should be behaving, okay? There is no way you are letting these lies fly unless, as I am hearing, unless it is true that there was a big payday that was on the line. And if Charlie radically stated that he was done with Israel, if Charlie said he had no choice but to abandon the pro-Israel cause because of, and I quote, Jewish donors, the behavior of Jewish donors, if he said that, yes or no, well then, I don't know, maybe some people didn't want to take that risk that he was going to, become Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson at Turning Point USA with all of those presences.
Now hold on. Charlie ain't dumb. If he's saying these things regarding the hat people, he knows that soon he'll be dead, right? If I was Charlie, knowing what I know about hat people, and if I were to say what he said about hat people, I know they're coming for me, right?
So
Right?
what you're saying is faking your death would be
Yes, I would do that.
acceptable. Yeah.
Yes, I would do that quickly. I would call Trump. Listen, let's do it tomorrow. You know,
I hope I said it on the stream, but from the very beginning, I said, if you already knew someone was going to kill you,
yes.
the very best way to get away would be to fake your own death, a public
Yes, you said that.
assassination of you.
You said that 2.5 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago.
Something like that.
I don't know why I know that, but
Because you hang on my every word.
no, you said something like
I did, because
if you
it makes
know that
sense.
they're coming for you, why wouldn't you fake it so it looks like they already did the job on you? But
Yeah,
really
they're
the
like,
job
oh
was never
shit,
done.
someone else did it before we did. Look at that.
Yeah.
We don't have to even do it. But, you know.
Even Michael Jackson, I think, might have done some shit like that because he said they're coming after me, you know?
Yeah. Him, Whitney Houston, they're all in hiding. They're all
And
in hiding.
JFK
Tupac.
Jr. as well. JFK.
Tupac.
So we could assume that
Tupac.
Charlie was aware that once he says this thing about the hat people, all right, the time
So
is ticking now.
he
Tick,
planned
tick,
it.
tick, tick,
The
tick,
the
tick, tick.
interesting thing about that is that they did have the place reserved where they had his memorial in
That's
May.
fucked up.
In May,
Okay,
it was
what?
reserved.
so maybe he knew, maybe he talked to the Trump team and la 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 la. He's like, okay, in end of July, I'm gonna go out and say this thing about the hat people. So let's plan beforehand. Let's book this let's plan this whole thing up.
Yeah.
And in July, I go out publicly and say the hat people thing, and then we, execute the thing.
Yeah.
That's must have been.
It's all possible. I think about it. If you and I had 100 grand, we could set this up. So what do you think they can do with what they have?
Yeah,
like
he's in charge of the government.
It would be
supposedly.
super easy for us to
Trump.
fake an execution publicly,
Especially if
and
you
to
got
say
Trump
that,
in on it, right?
That's what I mean. Even you and I could do it. The three of us could do it easily. If we knew everything we knew and we're like, okay, we got to do this. We got to this. We got to like, oh, someone could see from this angle. So we have to make sure there's this weird thing there for some reason. No one will see it. We got to put this up here. We got to do this. We have to have this person in the crowd so it looks like this. We have to have somebody up on the roof. And so it does it. Like, we could do it. We could think of all the different aspects and we could pull it off. And we're not the CIA or the NSA or the FBI or any of these things that have an entire hundreds of thousands of people behind them. So anybody who says they could never do that is fooling yourself.
Is retarded. But the icing on the cake also is when Yahoo comes out and does damage control. Yahoo!
In the very beginning.
Yes, we Yahoo! We did not do anything, man. He came out like a few times.
Bro,
we did not do it.
So that's what I'm trying to get at. So, like, yo, show that clip. Show the clip of Alex Jones, the one I sent you, the 2 clips I sent you.
Okay, not right now. Just right now.
You have them. No, Ted has them.
I'm so glad you have your internet back, Vince. So,
wait,
where'd you send them?
The whole time. I sent them to you on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, but I am not him.
Wait,
he has to now bring it to me.
No, Vince's.
Oh,
Vince's, not yours.
You sent it to him, but now he has to send it to me. Otherwise,
wait. Yeah, they're way back. They're like a week ago. Hold on.
Yeah,
but you sent me
the funeral, man.
You sent me the videos though, so hold on.
Should we pause?
I can't even save them. I can't save them though from DMs.
I'll send it to
you have to send them.
Okay. So
Alex Jones ones. Play the rest of this while we're waiting, while he's doing that. Because then we got to look at those text messages too.
Oh yeah.
Presences, so much presence across college campuses. Maybe they didn't want to take the chance. You see, I'm just one person, so it's easy to just try to cancel my life and lie on me every second of every day. But Turning Point USA, I think, got a little bit bigger than Charlie, and I'm no longer going to allow this lie in this narrative. So answer the questions, yes or no. And I'm going to, again,
She's
challenge
calling
you to
them
lie.
directly
and,
out.
if you do lie, I'm going to expose the lies, and I'm going to start dropping videos, actually. So that's where I'm at. Enough of the games, enough with trying to allow Israel to wrangle a narrative that you know is not true. Charlie did not die.
You do know that she has phone calls with Trump. You know that, right? Like Trump can call her. And so what if Trump's like, Candace, you're going to go out and say this about
what
Turning
she's
Point?
putting out right now, and there's multiple videos she's put out lately.
Yes.
Either she's ready to ruin her career or some shit is going to come out. Those are the only 2 options because she's putting everything on the line. What?
Is she though?
You're frozen up, bro.
This reminds me of good old days with Myer. The good old days with Myer when he cuts out and the internet gets fucked up.
Good old days.
Yes, you are frozen.
You're roboting.
You're roboting. You're doing all that shit again.
I'm just saying, for me personally, if she comes out and says all of this and then it comes up to nothing and they're like, oh, you're lying, here's the proof, then no one will ever take her. Yeah, you're back.
You're back.
It's so
slightly.
weird. You check your
Slightly
phone.
back.
Who?
Oh,
me?
It's because you did the thing, I think. You did the phone thing.
That's right.
See?
Yeah, that's right.
From now on, you don't touch nothing.
I didn't touch that. Is it back? Am I back to normal?
Now you're back to normal, but
Yeah, but I don't see anything you sent
Vince.
me.
No, it's Vince.
Oh,
I
Vince.
have your number.
Okay,
Wait,
okay,
You're supposed
good.
to text me.
Okay, good,
Oh, I
good.
didn't
But
text you yet? I'll find it.
I just want to say, now we know that whenever you fuck with your
Yeah,
device,
I know. Yeah.
that will
It
fuck
mess-
with your whole thing. Yeah.
Because I
It
have too many
glitches.
things going. I told you it's the phones.
Yeah. I just want to mark that so we know for the next time. That
We marked it already last time.
Yeah, we marked it. Okay, so should we play the Alex Jones thing first now?
We didn't finish this yet. Finish the Candace
finish
Owens
this.
thing.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Pro-Israel. He did not die for Israel. He did not martyr himself as a friend of Israel. In fact, the friends of Israel were pressuring him really badly, and he was done, and he finally stood up for himself. And I'm proud of that. And I will say this, you know what? Somewhere, Charlie is watching, okay? And I hope he knows that we are reunited.
What the fuck does that
We're on
mean?
stage right now.
From Valhalla.
Somewhere he's right now watching.
Yeah.
Right now with his remote control.
Knows that we are reunited, okay?
Hold on.
And I'm proud of that. And I will say this, you know what? Somewhere, Charlie is watching, okay? And I hope he knows that we are reunited, okay? We're on stage right now, and the Jewish donors are very angry about it, extremely angry about it. But it feels good to know that in the end, truth is going to win. So accept my challenge or don't. You don't try to.
Okay.
I mean, that's throwing it out there pretty ballsy.
She's gonna get.
That's what I thought. Is she the next?
She's
If
done.
but I mean, if that happens,
You'll forget within a week. Don't
isn't
worry. Within a week. You won't even remember. There's so much shit going on. People aren't gonna remember Charlie Kirk died 2 weeks ago. They're like, the government shut down. I'm not getting paid tomorrow.
what the fuck? I need a fly swatter. I can't take it anymore, man. All right. That's what it sounds like when a fucking animal diarrhea somewhere and the flies are all. That's what I hear. I hate that dude. I mean, I shouldn't use the word hate. That dude is sus as fuck. There's a lot of weird shit going on.
I just thought it was.
Is that what Myer sent?
No, absolutely not. It's not absolutely. I got a tear for no reason.
I got a tear. You won't believe me, but I was laughing out of a tear.
I love it.
I was laughing out of a tear. But I just thought it was a nice time to put that guy in there because
like
she was talking about those type of people. So Alex Jones, yeah. Let's see what's up.
Hey, this
We're quoting the TP
Can we make it big?
USA spokesperson, by the way, is a big fan of yours. You know, you've met him, you've hung out with him, had dinner with him, Andrew Colvin, where he's quoting the surgeon that attended to Charlie when he was brought in, and he didn't want to give the details out, so I understand how it looks a little weird that the bullet didn't go through. You need to call him. So I call him, and he goes, listen, I don't want to give the details out. I said, well, I can't help it if I'm explaining. He goes, okay, fine, but it's really gruesome. And
pause it.
He said,
I can't respect a dude who doesn't have his shit in dark mode. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have Twitter in dark mode.
Son of a
How
cock.
the fuck do we go back? We can't.
Oh, no.
Press play.
Sorry, go
I
ahead.
mean, you can't go
Yeah,
back.
but we
Yeah,
can't
right
go
there.
back.
Play. It says play
Yeah,
and then 30 seconds.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying,
Oh,
if we want to go back, we can't
sorry.
go back.
I get you. I got you.
he shot from down an angle. It hits the spine and then bounces down, which is what it's going down, and then it hits, it deflects with its velocity, goes back into the spine, blows
Total
out
sense.
6 vertebrae. The bullet then shatters. That's what they do. I've shot wild hogs straight on. This has happened, and deer. And
Hold on. What are they now saying? The bullet came from
It went in here, into his spine, went downward,
down his
exploded,
spine.
and it came out. That's how
And
fast that all happened. And it took out
his-
6 vertebrae. It's a big
yeah,
fucking
and
deal
his
right there.
bones were made out of what? Steel.
I believe it's pronounced vertebra, bro.
Vertebra.
Vertebra.
That's what he
Vertebra.
said. It took out
Vertebra.
it took out 6 vertebra.
Vertebra. So
Is that what I said? Sorry.
No, that's not what you said. That's what Alex said.
Oh, yeah.
You said it right. He said
Hold on.
vertebra.
You gotta see what this guy says though at the end of all this. This fucking
Yeah,
retarded.
go, play
But
it.
anyways,
Okay,
that's what
okay.
they're saying right now.
Okay,
Yes,
so
that's
from
what they
above
said.
down.
He's
and-
Superman. It went up his
I
spine.
thought it was
Bro,
from down
6
up.
vertebra.
But are they now saying from up down? Like
Well, the
It
dude was on a
exploded
roof.
down there.
It hit
Ah.
his neck here and went down his spine, came back up, and then
What a shot.
splintered.
Yo, what a
and
shot, though.
His body absorbed it because he's fucking Superman.
okay.
Because if you watch a 30-06 hitting a fucking watermelon, it destroys it. But somehow his body he went, I love God. And he fucking absorbed it. That's what
He's
happened.
solid.
shit.
He's solid. Okay.
Yeah.
And exploded into the heart, and fragments shot up. So he oversimplified when he said, "Oh, then they found the bullet up in the shoulder by the neck." No, it was fragments. And I'm sitting there listening to this in the car, and I'm like, "Yeah, usually I shoot a deer or hog, in the shoulder. If you get a clear shot, but in the woods, you only get a front shot. I got to do it. You hit him in the front. I mean, it'll go in, back out the side, out the front. I mean, it does wild stuff. So I'm not, saying this
All
is
over
absolutely
the
the perfect
place.
answer to all of this, but I talked to FBI ballistics experts. They said yes, and I've seen it myself, so that made a lot more sense. So it didn't go through because, oh yeah, think about it, it's coming down at a major angle, then hits the bone and ricochets down. And I've seen that happen many times where you go into the front of a mammal, and that's what he was, a great man, and then it bounces around. So that's why you don't get the exit wound. That's the report. Chase Geyser takes over now.
All right, that's it. But there's another video. I'll send it to you after.
A great
But
man.
You gotta see
He
it.
was a mammal.
I sent
That's
it.
what he was. A great man.
This other video is of him like talking during the funeral, and he's like, by the way, for those who think that the small hat people did it, you're crazy.
It's great. Just lays it out there.
and then he does it again. He's like, and for those who think that, BB, like the bullet, BB bus.
Yahoo.
BB.
Yahoo. Yahoo.
I love it.
Yahoo.
I mean, we better be careful. Yahoo.
Yahoo. Yeah.
Yes.
Or whatever. Was like, they didn't do it. There's no way they did it. Blah, 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 blah. And I was thinking to myself, as I'm like, why are you promoting this shit, man? Like, aren't you supposed to be like fighting the system? Meanwhile, you're really like tippy toeing to the system. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you, Alex. Suck my dick.
He learned his lesson after Schnandy Schnook.
Schnandy.
They took $1 billion from me. I can't do it
There's
anymore.
too many holes in that story too. Bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
You could do a whole
express-
episode
guys,
on that.
I need
You
30
need-
seconds. 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
30 seconds.
29. I did this last time as well. Yeah. I mean,
start
Schnandy
now.
took. Okay, start now. 29.
Yep.
28. Standy hook. No,
Yeah.
that's too close, right? Standy.
Schnandy Schnook.
Standy book. Huh? The biggest thing is with that, right, is the Robbie Parker, right? That's the biggest thing, right? Bobby
Him,
Rocker.
Also, the weird neighbor that like the story keeps changing. It's super strange. So like, hey, I saw some kids that needed some help, and I brought them in. And like, apparently, a ton of kids went to his house. That's weird. Like, it was all fucking weird. A lot.
Yeah,
of it was
but
weird.
to me, just looking at it
And yeah,
at
Tim
surface
goes-
level,
yeah.
should we start?
Yeah, that's. Come on. And the people who won the lottery from that state that happened to be
But,
connected to it.
Is Robbie Parker. Did you see how he overacted?
Yes.
Is that what
Yeah.
you say? Overacted.
Yes, that's exactly what you say. Yes.
That is what I felt he did. You know?
No, so
Because-
I get parents who their kids are missing going on the news. A parent whose kid died, why are you on the news at all?
Yeah.
Don't you have more important things to be doing? Where's your fucking wife? Where's your the kid's aunt and uncle? Why are you even talking on the news?
And
are
why did you
even
have
there?
that nonchalant little facial expression? Before
Not
you-
even nonchalant. He laughed before it. He
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
had a smile.
So
And I'm a big person on, you can always tell, like I said it, I think a couple weeks ago, I'm definitely over 90% for when you see someone talking and it's like, oh, did they kill them? Yes, they did, or they didn't. I can almost always pick it out. So a big
Hope you're
part
not
of
my
that,
judge in my murder case.
a big part of that is when it's a real smile, your eyes smile with you. If someone's mouth moves and their eyes don't pull up, that's not a real smile. They're faking it. So that
what if they did
dude,
Botox?
I have to.
yeah, I mean that's a
You're
little
like, wait,
thing.
I can't. They'll throw me off.
But so that dude was a full-on eye and mouth smile, whole face smile. And this isn't bullshit. There's like people who spent years studying this, going to Aboriginal colonies and stuff, studying people who is their laugh the same, and laughter and crying is the same across almost all cultures. It doesn't matter if they've never been connected to civilization or not. Aboriginals, all that. Tons of crazy shit. So there's certain things that people do across cultures. It doesn't matter. But when you're laughing and it's true laughter, your eyes curve up. When you're laughing and faking it, your mouth curls up, but your eyes don't move. It's a big fucking thing.
And here we got a great example of what you're talking about.
Do you see that? Do you fucking see that? I might be the only one that spotted that. That was like a fucking lizard. Look at that.
Here comes a hand gesture.
Do you see that? Look at that.
Here comes a hand gesture.
Which is a completely new day.
Well, no, wait. Here comes a hand gesture.
Bam! Can I slow this shit up?
Show me again.
Do you
what am I
see
looking
that
at? His
shit?
mouth?
This is on one
Are you
zero.
missing it?
His teeth?
Look.
What am I looking at?
Look at this again.
Go
This is
frame by frame.
40-second video. Look at this. Look at this supposed smile of Gavin Newsom.
Do you see that? Do you fucking see that?
How
I might
quick
be
his
the
mouth
only
move?
one that spotted that. That was like a fucking lizard. Look at that.
Here comes a hand gesture.
Do you see that? Look
It
at that.
smile and then it dropped immediately.
Yeah.
Fre-
Yeah,
Oh,
look. I will slow it down for you. Look.
Which is a completely new day.
Well, no, wait. Here comes a hand gesture.
Bam! Can I slow this shit up? Do you see that shit? This is on 0.5 speed.
Hand gesture.
Bam!
And it's
Do you
still
know
that
what
quick.
kind of a psychopath you are?
Right? It's still quick. So that's
Yeah,
what we're
even
talking
though-
about. His eyes remained the same,
Yes.
but his
Yes.
smile was like a Joker, and it just dropped like gravity.
It really
There's
is.
no
You can look
gravity.
this up. And back when I watched TV, there was actually this show called Lie to Me that was about, it was written after the story of a dude who
Tell a
went
lie,
literally
make out if you can.
to Papua New Guinea and studied people and studied laughter and sadness and pain. And no matter where you come from, we all make the same faces when those things happen. If you're in pain, we all cringe. It's all the same. Smiles, real happy, smile turns up, your eyes perk up. When your eyes don't move and you smile like hey, like your eyes don't change when you're faking it. We cannot change that. There are things that we
ha,
cannot
ha.
change.
Ha ha ha.
So
very funny.
it's across the board. So
very
I
funny.
have picked up on that watching people who fake stuff very well and watching people testifying in court that are like, oh, well, I'm like, you're fucking lying. I can see
we-
you're lying. Police interrogations, you're
Can we
lying.
try
I can
to
tell
fake-
you're lying.
Can we try to fake it? How do we do
You can try, but
it?
I'm a pretty good judge. Like you can't, like, okay, so you can fake a smile. You can you can fake your smile, but now make the corners of your eyes turn up with your smile. No, you can't. You can't do it. How do you do that? How do you make it happen? You can't make it happen.
That's so fake.
This is wacky, bro. You just look like Ronald McDonald for a second. I don't know why. but
I'm trying to make the eyes move with
You
the
can't.
laughter.
You can't, bro. It's natural. You can't.
It just looks weird.
So
All I'm saying is everybody can be fooled, but I'm a fairly good judge of when you're fucking lying and when you're not.
did you then
That's all.
see what was her name? Amber Heard.
Oh God.
Who's that?
Johnny Depp's
Johnny
wife.
Depp's, yeah,
The
Oh, the
trial.
in court.
Yeah.
The girl who shit in the bed.
Yeah. I know who she is. Yeah.
She pulled off a bad
Imagine
performance.
being noticed that.
Right?
The whole thing was a bad performance.
Dude. That was the best entertainment of the year. That was hilarious.
Yeah, we needed that.
He's like,
Johnny Depp's like, I'm gonna gain 40 pounds for this court trial to make me look
they're talking about cocaine. They're just like, everybody does cocaine.
And didn't we? You're right. And didn't we need
she
that?
was mad at me and she dropped a turd in the bed.
Talking about this shit.
Coming off of the tyranny years of COVID, we needed that shit, right?
I mean,
She took a shit on his pillow.
Yeah, and that was also the day.
Sorry, I just want you to know something. Just a little something. Just a little bit of intel for you.
Yeah.
Because I've had this happen to me, just not on my bed.
You
Shit
had
on your
someone
bed.
shit on your pillow, bro?
I've had somebody shit in the middle of a cottage.
Why?
on the floor. I don't know why, man. Nobody fessed up to it either. This is the most disgusting part.
You just saw shit.
I also know a guy who's get drunk on vacations. And
Dude,
take a
I
shit
have
in people's luggage.
so many
So
stories
disgusting.
for you.
That's retarded.
Being in a touring band for 10 years, I have so many stories.
Maybe
I
you
can
should take
tell
this
you.
with
Being
Snoop.
tossed in a hockey change room. No, things
Maybe
go
you
wild.
three should
But-
join up with Snoop and talk about this shit
No,
stories.
No,
Huh?
but my point is,
It's not all shit, bro. Come
It
on.
sounds like it.
My point,
It sounds
my
like
point
it's
about
all
this
shit, man.
Hold on, Vince. My point about all this was, you're not gonna tell someone they shit on your pillow unless they really shit on your pillow. Like, you can't just drop like a little piece and be like, "I shit on your pillow. Here's like a chocolate for dinner." For chocolate before bed.
How do you think she
It's
did
like a
it?
mint. It's like a mint
Guys-
under your pillow, but it's on
Guys,
your pillow.
a serious question. How do you think she did it?
She squatted.
You think so?
Right on the bed.
Absolutely. How else do you shit on a pillow?
Maybe she took dog shit
You
and put
fucking
it
flip.
there.
Do you think the bed was made? Do you think
I
the
hope
bed
so.
was like
I
the
certainly
maid
hope
come
so.
Made the bed, and then
What
just
if she
climbed
took
on top of
the
bed,
shit
took a
somewhere else and then placed it on the bed?
No, that's too much work. Plus, you have to handle your own shit. No, I'm okay.
So
Handle your own
since
shit.
we get into real shit, one time when I was like 20, 22 maybe, like I met this girl at a bar. We came back to the place I was living. We did whatever. And she stayed the night. And I woke up in the morning and she had pissed my whole bed. And I was
That's
like,
nice.
I was like, oh my God. All right.
Well, hold on. What?
Have a great day.
No more
How
one night
old-
stands.
I never
Who the
talked to
fuck?
her again.
I mean, I know when we were young, we might have pissed our bed, but later on, can we
she was
still
probably
do that?
super drunk and like on something
Still.
and I didn't know.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Do you
Exactly,
piss when you're
exactly.
super drunk, just like uncontrollable?
I don't get super
In
drunk,
North America, we do.
uncontrollable, but I don't know.
As soon as you're that drunk, it's
America,
pissing.
that's American piss, bro.
You hit a degree of drunkenness where you just uncontrollably piss all over the place. So,
I mean,
Not
maybe
me
some people
personally.
do. I don't know. Who knows,
Not
man?
me personally, but apparently that girl did.
yeah.
Could be a thing.
Okay.
It could be.
Okay. So, yeah, that was just what I wanted to say. Like, that was a real sociopath, psychopath, whatever you want to call it, Amber Heard. Just like this motherfucker,
Oh, and
Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom, he's worst.
Yeah.
He's an NPC to all degrees.
Advanced NPC, though.
The first robot governor.
Yeah, you should run an education program. I'm telling you. Like, I want to know about NPCs too. Like, I want.
He's the real
flat earth
governator,
stuff
bro.
is sick. What's an NPC? Tell me all about it.
Non-player
Even though I know what
character.
it is.
It's somebody who is just filling space, basically. Like the people you meet in your life. And the thing that sold me on it, that some people were like, oh, I don't have an inner monologue. Like, what do you mean you don't have an inner monologue? I'm always in my head. I'm always talking to myself, questioning myself. Is this the best move? Is this the right move? Like with everything, like on my way to work, on my way to the grocery store, when I'm at, like, it's constant. And some people are like, yeah, that doesn't happen for me. I don't have that in my head. Like,
What's wrong with them?
they're NPCs. They're non-player characters. They're just here to fill space so there's enough people around the real people to make us think it's a full world. Because if only 1% to 10% of the population are actually awake, and those are the only people that existed, it would feel fucking weird. Like how we can have these giant cities and there's only 100,000 people here. Like there's millions of people in South Florida and 90% of them are just going about their business. They're going to their job at the insurance company or the bank or the fucking whatever. The jobs that don't matter and don't change anything. You work in a cubicle and you can be replaced by anyone at any moment. And all those jobs that they just provide to keep us busy so we don't realize what's really going on. That's what it is. Those are NPCs, the people who just go along with the thing. The people who go, I'm going to go to college because that's what I'm supposed to do. And I'm going to get a degree in this. And I'm going to get this job. And I'm going to do this. And nowhere along the way do they think about what life's about. They don't think about what they should be doing. They think about what they're told to do. And that's the right thing. And they carry on and they fill space. That's basically it.
That's crazy.
And also, there is this lady called Dolores. She also talks about NPCs. She's dead now, but she talked about the NPCs. She's, I don't know. She's old. She was old.
Oh,
but
thank God.
but
she got.
At least she lived to be old.
Yeah, but she said like when you go to the store, how do you know these people are real? Because you're not following them up. You're not going with them to their home and like shit like that. She's like,
I'm so huge on that. You want? Hold
Right?
on. It's stupid. And what blows my mind is,
I'm not going anywhere. 1 second.
no, you have to hear this. So I don't want you to not hear this.
Listen, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here.
Okay, so if you want to question whether and this is stupid, it's like a meme, but it fucks with your mind. If you want to know that everyone around you is an NPC or that you're in a simulation, think of the last time you saw a neighbor bring groceries in their house.
I was about to say that. It was funny. The groceries.
Why do you have to fuck with me like that for?
When's the last time you saw a neighbor bring groceries?
It's funny. So I work like when I'm in Toronto, I work from home. Okay, so either here or at the other location.
Yeah.
And here I sit. So like where I am right now is on the main level. And if I go to my second floor, I have a room and it's all windows. Okay, I see everybody. Like I can see all the houses in my subdivision. Like I'm that creepy neighbor, you know, who's like at home all day.
Yeah.
I never fucking see anybody bring home groceries, except my buddy Vince. But he moved.
Did I?
Nobody else. Yeah, not you, Vince. Another Vince.
a different Vince.
But he fucking crazy.
Yeah,
but that's
so
the
the
thing.
theory
Like
is that
people come into contact with you. Like back in the day, you used to know your neighbors. Like, so when I was a child, so after I moved out of my parents,
here, though, okay?
that's good. I live with my aunt and uncle, and they used to like they locked their front door, but they left their back door open, unlocked, not open, unlocked. And the neighbors would just come in the back door all the time. They didn't say they were coming; they were just in and out. Blah blah blah. I've lived in this same house, and this is the longest I've lived anywhere ever in my wife's house that she had before me, not owned, but whatever. Anyway, so I've lived here for 10 years, and I know one neighbor, and that's the most I've ever known of any neighbor. So there's 20, 25 people living around me. I couldn't, like, every day I drive to work, I don't recognize the people that are walking their dogs. Every day I see people walking their dogs, but I can't tell you they're the same people. None of them look the same. The dogs don't look the same. I don't fucking know, man. It could all be fake. I don't know. I don't fucking know, because when I was a kid, you knew everyone around you. Now you don't know anybody. So how can you say they're not a simulation? How can you say they're not an NPC? How can you say they're not this, they're not that? You don't know, because you don't know them at all. Do you know your neighbors, Vince?
no, and I don't want to for some reason.
I know. And it used to be different, though. It used to be cool. You used to like it was natural. Like, okay, say 4th of July. I mean, you're not here in America, but 4th of July, you're celebrating Independence Day.
Yeah.
You're out
Yeah.
shooting off fireworks. Your neighbor's shooting off fireworks. You start talking. Then the next year, you're like, hey, let's combine our money and get better fireworks. And then we'll put our meals together and all this. Like, that's how it happened naturally. It doesn't happen like that now. At least
Why
not for
do
me where I am.
Why
don't
do you
know.
guys think it has turned out this way, where we're so closed off from each other? What has happened?
I think.
It
No, you go first.
it goes back to accountability. That's what it all starts with. When they stopped making people accountable for their actions. So back in the day, if you did something, like say you went to the local grocery store and you acted like a fucking idiot, right? Back in the day, everybody knew that you did that because everybody knew everybody. Everybody talked. Like, oh, did you hear what fucking Vince did? He yelled at the bag boy at the fucking grocery store. And it would affect your life because everyone would be like, this dude yelled at that. Everybody would know. Now, nobody knows who lives around them. Nobody knows these people.
Cough break, yes.
So there's no accountability at all. People go anywhere and act how they want because they know that the people around them have zero connection to anybody who knows them. So you can act however the fuck you want. Like, say back in the day, you walked into a Whole Foods or whatever, and you started fucking dropping stuff and throwing it, like people like to do online and show this, or that weird stupid trend of eating ice cream and then putting it back in and closing it up, like licking it, like all that garbage that people do online. If you did that back in the past, everyone would know. It would get back to your family. Yeah, you'd probably get your ass beat. That would be the first thing.
Bro.
But even if you didn't, everyone in town would know you were the asshole who did that thing.
So if I do it now, though,
there's
this
so
very
many
same
people.
thing,
Nobody knows who you are. No one knows who your family is. No one
They don't
knows
have
any
a
of that.
connection with me.
There's zero connection anymore. Zero
People
connection.
have lost connectivity with everything, though, Ted. It's crazy. I'm going to give you an example. Name me one. And don't do it on your fucking phones either, you smart guys. Go on your phone and find me one of these fucking bikers who does the Tour de France that you know their names off the top of your fucking head.
Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong. That we can all name because he faked a bunch
Yeah.
of
My
shit.
point is,
Other than him,
even before,
zero.
just imagine. Zero. I don't know one. So here's the other thing. And even before he got caught with the drugs, you knew who he was because they made sure you knew who the fuck he was. 'Cause you know what? I bet you everything you see was part of one big psyop, bro.
I can help you out, bro. Ask me to name one single person who plays football today in America.
I don't know.
Armball.
I can't name one.
Armball.
So here's what I was going to tell you was, I've had scenarios like this happen.
Yes,
tell me if
armball.
something like this ever happened to you. Do you guys ever get deja vus?
Yes, and they
You
freak
had a
me
real
out more
deja
than
vu,
they
though. I mean,
freak
like
more people out. Like,
Yeah,
yes,
so
I get the light ones, but then I get the ones that are like, no, this has happened before. Fuck you. Something is going on. So there's both, yes.
So my mom is like that. And she had a legitimate, I shit you not, I had bought this brand new Audi S4 in 2007. It was a Monday. And it was like a specially tuned one. It was fucking fast, this car. And the night that I was going out, it was Friday night, so I hadn't even had this car 4 days yet. I went out.
Here we go.
Went out, got fucking partied. Me and two guys, like rock stars. And back then, like drinking and stuff like that wasn't as bad. The level was high. I wasn't drunk, just so we're clear on that. But man,
We're clear.
Just to be clear.
My rear driver's side tire 235 kilometers an hour, so that's about 190. Okay. No, not 190. Do the math? 1.6.
I mean, you're talking to the wrong guy, man.
1.6 miles. So, anyways, miles to kilometers at the point. And the rear driver's side tire exploded, and I hit the wall and crashed the car. I got hit by an 18-wheeler crossing at 1 a.m. Nothing happened. Yeah, I bounced off his wheels. He came and he missed me. And
You're like the Charlie Kirk bullet.
So
right?
that's why you're retarded. That explains it all.
And then my point is, I get home and my mom goes, she comes to my room. She goes, let me guess, no car in the garage, right? And I was like, yeah. And I've had scenarios like this happen to me all the time. Now that's more of a dream type thing, but the deja vu I shit you not, bro. I've met people where like I've met them and I'm like, yo, I've met you before. Like You ever have that? Like, I've had so
I
many
have.
weird things
I
happen like that,
have.
and it makes you wonder, like, you know, like I even girls. I remember like meeting girls like years ago, and I seen them now. I'm like, I've met you before, right? And they're like, no, but you just happen to be in like the same room with them. You know, like at one point in your life, and you're like, what the fuck? You know?
Yeah,
It's
crazy.
all that type of stuff is like trippy. It makes you really wonder about the whole, you know, everything being programmed.
Random, like everything.
Yes.
Is, yeah.
What do you think about this?
I totally believe.
You know, the
this-
afterlife.
Now you're going into like religion shit. So
No,
here's
no,
the
no,
thing.
no, no, not religion. Oh, here's the thing.
Yeah, fair enough. So here's the thing. Podcast. What day is it again?
What?
Tuesdays, Thursdays?
Tuesdays, 6 p.m.
Tuesdays,
Eastern
6 p.m.
Standard Time.
You better read up on that shit because you're gonna say it more times in the future.
I
you
keep
know?
saying it's like the 9th time I promoted him.
Never spoke to
Middle
him.
Town.
Promoted it 9 times.
And the problem is you might forget what you were talking about. That's the problem.
No. So I think so like I believe in religion. I believe in like Christianity and Catholicism. But buddy, I don't think there is an afterlife. I think the afterlife is another fucking level up. Like,
what do
if
you
this
mean by
is
that? What do you mean by level
like,
up?
Think of it like this. If everything around us, and like I'm just being honest and open, like this is my opinion. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. You know, maybe there is a purgatory or heaven or whatever people want to call it. By all means, you believe what you want. I can believe what I want to. And you know what? Maybe that's what some people believe. But for me, I think if it's you know, with all the shit that we're seeing happen in the last 50, 60 years, man. It's ever since like the early 1900s till now, even late 1800s, when real technology was being used and shit. And now you're reading up on it, and information is coming out on places like Twitter and other places. You know, and the thing is, if it's fake, it's gonna have a fucking note. Everybody notes that shit. When it's not noted, realize that's real. Okay, when they don't put a community note, that means it's real at the end of the day.
Community
if it's community noted, that shit's AI fed now. Like AI doesn't even know the difference yet between what it should be doing, what it shouldn't be doing. Wait till it's monitored by the governments and whoever wants to monitor it, then we're fucked.
Can't wait.
But yeah, because it's gonna happen. It's guaranteed it will happen. But especially where he is in Sweden, if it already hasn't happened. That's why his Google gives different answers than our Google.
They do, right? Even the CNN gave a different
But,
CNN.
So this is what I was going to tell you is if all that per se is real and everything is a simulation, minus obviously things you can physically touch and stuff like your oven, your stove, this and that. You know, if certain things aren't simulated, but the world we do live in is simulated, keeping us within boundaries, because that's the point of a simulation, keep you in a boundary, right? If all that's real, then how can you believe in a afterlife? The afterlife can either be a next level where you're doing the same shit, just restarting in a different manner. Which isn't it Christianity that says that like there's a rebirth, or no? Which religion has the rebirth?
Isn't that Hinduism?
I mean, you can be a born again Christian, like being born again, or that's considered a rebirth. Yes, but
you mean reincarnation?
Reincarnation. That's Buddhism.
Sorry. Buddhism. So like you can look at Buddhism. I kind of look at that, and it's like, okay, you can either be reincarnated back into the Matrix, right, in a different manner, or it's just your game is over, bro, and then it's like, you know, dan, 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 dan.
Yeah, but that's your game, and there must be something playing in the game. In my mind, I think there's something higher, and
I believe that too. But this was gonna tell you was if everything you believe in, Ted, if everything that you personally believe in right now, and this, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just want to get this fact out there. If you believe in something just as simple, I mean, I'm not making fun of you. I'm saying anything critic, because to be honest with you, if you're right, I don't want to be that guy who was like, oh, you never fucking believe that shit anyways. I want to always be that guy who's like, you know what, you're telling me something, I'm gonna listen to you, and I want to learn from it, because you know what, if you happen to be right, maybe, you know, even if you're wrong about one thing, but you're right about 5 other things, for me, it's good to know that shit, because I didn't know half of the stuff you said. You know, to hear it, I like it. So if you believe in all that, where there's somebody built this, whether it's a god or it's technology or it's from something else that built what you're talking about, the flat earth with the dome, the whole bit, everything. If something built all this, and let's just say it isn't Jesus, let's just say it's something that built all this, something bigger than that, something that would be considered the God, let's just say, the God, the creator, then if it's got that type of power, bro, you're talking about like Beetlejuice, the movie, the original, when they have that model on the fucking in the attic.
Yeah.
And Beetlejuice lives in that model, but when he's in the model, for us
It's real
watching
life.
from our perspective, it's okay. It's that, okay?
Yeah.
Now I want you to understand something. If that's the case, and you live your entire life in this misery, not you, everybody. Just think about it. If you lived in a world today where we took how many billionaires are out there, how much money is out there, everybody, you see Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Rolls Royce, this car, that car, everything's being shoved in your face, Tesla, this, that. If everything in the world is targeted, is meant to spend money, then the reality is all this is under the control of this thing. It's been designed in this way. Just like you're saying, the Matrix part, the whole concept of a game. Okay. Now, my thing is, if all that's real, your afterlife better be something really fucking good. Like, if it's not something really fucking good that's like programmed to be specifically just for you, and it's fucking fantastic, and like everybody, the way I like the way you said things is like this. Imagine everything I see is totally different than everything you see, even in the same exact place that we're staying.
Yeah. Yes.
You pick out something different than I pick out. And if that's the case, what's to say that it's not all programmed? And what I get to see and what I get to interact with and what I consider to be more important or whatever is never going to be the same for you, because you're programmed that way. So if we're all part of a program, then if somebody put all this fucking time and effort, not even a person, because this can't be a person. If it is, then we're going to find this person, kick their ass, and be like, get rid of these goggles,
Take you out back, you son of a bitch. Son of a cock.
You son of a cock.
Get it right. Get it right.
Sorry.
My point is, if that's the case, then I want to know from you is if there is a higher place that you go to afterwards, what is heaven? Because for me, it's either going to be something fucking absolutely out of this world programmed just for you specifically. And like when I'm like, hey, Vince, you want to come over to my place in heaven? He's like, yeah. And he's coming from his own like place, like, Barbie Land. And he's fucking coming over to like all that shit.
Why Barbie Land of all lands?
I'm just using his
of all of them.
Sorry to go on.
No, that is interesting because the theory is, there's a theory that when we die, we all get together in another realm where we're pretty much all cool, There is not, we
cool
don't,
now.
Yeah, but we don't die. There is no disease, this, that, whatever. We're just souls that we hang out over there. And then we decide, you know what, Myer, Ted, should we all jump into this game? Let's call it Earth or whatever.
Like Roblox.
Yeah. Should we all jump in for a month or two? It will feel like 70 years, but for a month, should we do it? I'll play this character, you play that character, la 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 la. And then we forget about it and jump in. And then once we're done with it, we'll do a review of it. They say that you do a live review and shit to see how you did, and also to see how you hurt somebody.
What if we're posting reviews on Heaven's internet right now of our experience? Like,
yeah,
we don't know, man.
This
no,
is getting
I
a
fully
3-star
believe
review.
that whatever this is, a simulation, a reality, whatever, we are, whether it's a simulation and digital or whatever, we are antennas for something higher than us. Our bodies are not all of us. Our bodies are a portion of us that are here in this realm doing what we're doing right now. I don't think that's the complete story of us. There's something before us that came down and is empowering and energizing this being that we are. Because
and even going back,
the spark from birth, the light from birth is what sells me on that. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I just want to go back a little bit, where we talked about not seeing exactly the same thing. You mentioned the colors and stuff. But even if it's not that, let's say all three of us, we're out somewhere, we're experiencing the same experience. Like, even there, we're not seeing it exactly the same. I'm seeing it through my lens. my memories, my upbringing, and what I tend to focus on, and you see it, through yours and vice. What I mean?
That's exactly why eyewitness testimony is so fucking horrible, because 3 people will see the same vehicle and one will
But
say it's
different.
blue, one will say it's green, and one will say it's gray. Like,
Yeah, so you can never
it's-
experience the same thing, even though you
Exactly.
are
Yep.
experiencing the same thing, all 3 of us.
Yeah,
You're
it's
still
through your
not
own lens.
exactly. Yeah, you're still not
Yeah.
exactly getting the same experience.
It's like if you film the same thing, the same event with 3 different cameras, 4 different cameras.
Yeah.
They would all, like, a camera from the 80s, a camera from the 90s, a camera from the 2000s, and a high max camera from today.
That has autofocus.
Yeah, it would all be different. It's the same event, but it's all different. So our receptors, whatever they are, be it digital or tactile, real life shit, they're all different. So we all experience things in a different way. And I've lived this with people in my life. Like, went through the same event and we both have very different perspectives on it. So it's
So
absolutely
even when
true.
you say a memory, like remember this, you're all gonna remember different different variations.
And
of
that's
that.
why people have a problem with the Mandela thing, but there's too much to it to be like a random thought between 2 people, like, you got it this way and I got it that way. Like, there's way more to it than that.
The Mandela effect, some of the excuse me when I say it like this, some of the shit about it makes no sense. Like the Shazam movie from 1990s. Who the fuck was in it again? Shaq. Was it Shaq?
Yeah, but there was the other guy, the
no,
genie.
it wasn't Shaq. It wasn't Shaq. It was
the other
what's
guy.
his name?
Sinbad.
Sinbad. You're right.
Yes.
Sinbad.
Like Sinbad, bro. Like, how are you gonna try to sell that shit to somebody who's from the fucking 90s? Like, I'll never forget.
I saw it.
Sinbad was so popular in the 90s, okay, especially for not kid movies, but I want to say like family comedies. Okay,
Yeah.
Sinbad was a family.
He was the
comedy
Ice
type of
Cube
guy.
of the 2000s, but in the 90s.
Except he was more like funny. He was actually funny. Like, he was a comedian, right? The guy. So like he just found his niche in that form. But I remember just like that movie had so much commercials on TV, bro. It was unbelievable. And to think that somebody can actually, good luck, for example, finding some clips from some of those 90s commercials. Do you guys remember in the 90s?
I've tried.
They used to
Yes.
have the commercial awards. Remember the most fucked up commercial awards that they used to have, like the commercials that were the most like crazy or like
Yeah,
stupid
just
stuff
out
in them?
there. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and they would have them, and a lot of them were British. You can't find those fucking commercials anymore. A lot of shit's missing. What you see is like, I don't know.
But so you
Juicy
do remember
Fruit
Sinbad.
is gonna get
Yeah.
you. You'll see like Juicy Fruit commercials and shit. You're like, what the fuck? I don't want to watch this shit. But Shazam is a movie that, like, bro, everybody who's born in the 80s and grew up in the 90s in North America knows that commercial was on TV fucking every day. Like,
You mean
watching any
Sinbad?
channel. Yeah, the fucking Shazam commercial, bro. It was just like the Shack Attack dunk fucking commercials. Remember when he smashed the net and he played on the Magic still?
Yep.
And they had the Shack Attack little nets, and everybody had one in their fucking bedroom. It's like that. It doesn't make sense.
It was everywhere. And they
But
just
you do
erased
remember
it.
Sinbad, right? Because I
100%.
think I do remember Sinbad.
He's a real
But
guy. He's not fake.
No, but the movie
As
or
Shazam,
this,
yes.
He had a show too. Yeah, he had a show.
But he claims that never happened. Like
His
today.
show, Sinbad, the comedian.
Yeah.
The show. No,
That's the
he's lying.
Mandela.
No, that's. Are you kidding me?
No, what?
No, he
Have you not
claims
seen
the
this?
movie never happened, not the show. The movie Shazam with him never happened, not the show.
No, Sinbad, not Shazam. Sinbad.
Sinbad's the actor.
Yeah,
No,
I know.
that's
I'm saying
the-
Sinbad says that never happened,
Right,
not the
Shazam
show
never happened.
Sinbad never happened.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Because there was a
Sinbad,
Sinbad show too, and
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
right.
Yeah.
Myer's talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about as well. The Sinbad show, the genie with the kids, right?
No, that's Shazam.
No, that's different.
That's Shazam.
That's
You're thinking
Shazam.
of Shazam.
What?
That's
What are you
Shazam
guys
the movie.
talking about?
That's Shazam the movie. That's exactly right. He's right.
What?
But like, yeah, man, everything you're saying is totally like wild because I honestly, just from like not just following you, but like I don't like chasing down people that I like to know who I'm following and see what I'm looking at. Yeah, exactly. And when I see some of the stuff you post, when you look at this type of stuff, I got another story I want to talk about before you guys are like
Yeah.
sick of me.
Yeah, we got to wrap up soon, but go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, last one. Okay, last one. You guys see the guy you follow? I feel like it's a 9/11 guy or Templar or someone like that. And they were
Templar?
talking about 9/11 and how the planes were AI. Did you see that thing?
Ah.
I've seen many of those where there's CGI.
And
That they're all
and they're
fake.
saying that. What are your? I want to know. I want to know what. I'm not saying you believe it. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just curious because I never thought of that in my life until I saw it last week through
So
one of your.
what I
posts.
think is the planes were faked, and if you want to know what really happened and you want your mind blown, go look at Where Did the Towers Go by Dr. Judy Wood. She goes into something a normal person would never think about. If buildings collapsed, there would be seismic activity that Richter scales would pick up. The Richter scales picked up nothing as those buildings collapsed. We don't even know. There was a hurricane that was supposed to hit New York right before 9/11. We don't even know that. It was hovering off the coast. The strangest thing that ever happened, a hurricane went up the coast of the US and sat off the coast of New York for like 2 days as what I think were the first iteration of the dues that they were testing, because cars
Like
were
what they're
flipping
doing now.
over blocks away. There's cars that burst into flames that were half burnt, cop cars that you can see that were halfway. Just watch Dr. Judy Wood's Where Did the Towers Go? And
So hold on.
it doesn't matter what you think happened on 9/11. This will blow it out of the water.
Are you
It'll
basically
destroy it.
saying they use direct energy weapon to
Yes.
melt the fucking
That's
tower?
why the building evaporated instead of collapsed the way it normally would, because as you watch the towers collapse, they're atomizing in the air. Concrete is turning into dust as it's falling. That doesn't happen. Like when
Yeah,
concrete crumbles, it crumbles and it falls. It doesn't
Yeah, and
go
scatters.
in a big piece and then go and turn
It's
into
like a
dust.
building blowing up. Like literally, you put a bomb in a building, blow up a concrete building, a metal building. Like that's what he's saying would normally happen. Here's my other thing. Did you see there was another video one of the guys had, and then like we'll cut it off. But I just want to say one thing too before we go is I want to do that interview with you too, so on my show.
With me?
On the Myer show, yeah, with you.
Oh, absolutely. I would happily
We
do it.
got to talk. First, you got to text me. But the other one I saw is what you're saying. Another concept that I thought was actually pretty wild. Because if it is, so I heard the opposite of what you just said. I heard they did have seismic activity, but I'll tell you what they said is that they said that the buildings were never hit by planes, and instead there was in the first from the basement to the top of to like certain level of the building, they had set up not just again, this is not factual, so anybody knows. This
Yeah,
is
we
just
don't
like
believe
just
anything
entertainment
we say.
purposes,
Yes.
Nothing I'm saying. This is all just like hearsay. None of it's
Yeah.
fucking real. Okay.
Yes,
Clear.
I agree.
So that they had set up some type of explosives in the building in the middle, where once it were to go, that the whole building going upwards would act like a tube, like a test tube that's like closed, and then it would go up and then boom. And then that's why the top of the building remained as is and just fell on top of the rest of it.
So
what are your thoughts on that?
We're going to wrap
We
it
can
up
talk
on
about that
this.
later. Yeah.
This is why I say it's like the Charlie Kirk thing, because yes, there were Israeli students in there and construction crews in places that hypothetically, if explosives were to be placed, those would be the prime spots. There were people who said they tested the debris from adjacent buildings and that there was thermite in them. So yes, it could have been a series of explosions. But when you look at the footage and you see the steel beams cut at a perfect angle and you see the concrete falling, turning into dust, I don't think it's anything that we can grasp yet. I don't think it's a technology that they've wheeled out yet that we can understand, especially when literally there's footage of cop cars. Like, please watch that documentary. It
Say it to me again. I'm gonna write it down.
Dr. Judy Wood, where did the towers go? It'll fuck you up, man, because the stuff she goes into is just like, oh, I never thought of that. And there's cop cars close by. There's cars that were flipped over. There's cop cars close by that look like they were burned on one side, and literally halfway down the car, the rest of the car is fine. That's not how fires burn. That's not how it happens. Like, there's all this weird shit. And what she was saying is, okay, so we remember watching it and we're like, oh, the fire was burning and people were jumping out the windows. And that was insane to us because, like, we've seen buildings burn before, but usually people don't just jump out the window and fall to their death. You usually find out they died inside the fire. And you're like,
Usually.
Yeah, what would make people jump out of a burning building? And then they talk about direct energy weapons where it's basically like you're in a microwave. Like there's microwaves coming down and your instincts kick in and all you want to do is get away from that. Like, this is burning me. I need to get away. So you're like, oh, and you just run and jump out the window. That makes way more sense to me than like the office was on fire and they saw it coming and decided to jump out. Because how many other times have you seen people in an office fire just jump out of the building? The only time we've ever seen people do that is on 9/11.
Bro, just so and to end after this, whatever you guys want to do, but you know, I just wanted to say this, you know, like it's so fucking insane because I actually know somebody who's done something like this before, but to jump out of a fucking window. We're not talking about 10 stories up, 2 stories up.
What a hell of a
20,
ride.
40, 50,
Yeah.
60. You're talking about 70, 80, 90 stories up. You know, that is unimaginable. You know, you can go on the fucking tallest roller coaster. You can go to where the CN Tower is in Toronto and climb it to the top, and it's still not 90 stories, bro.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
in the middle level where you go, it might be just 90, maybe 100 stories, like right there. But you know, from up there, they have a glass floor there, and I'm telling you, even today, I don't have the balls to walk on that glass stair or walk near it.
I fucking hate heights, man.
I can't imagine what it takes. Not even about hating heights or anything, but imagine what it takes for you or anybody who's not on like straight up, bro. Like, you know, you hear about like people like jumping off buildings and shit that are like taking meds for big pharma. That's different than this. This is like a guy who's working in a fucking building being like, I'm just gonna take the risk of jumping out the building. Nah, that's why I agree with you. Fuck that.
And I also want to just
You'd
say
have
before
to
we end it,
override all of your natural instincts in order to do that, and something more than a fire would make you do that. Anyway, Vince, go ahead.
and the wing of the plane not breaking off when impacting on the beams, steel beams or whatever.
It's all.
I want to say one thing to you guys. Working in the industry of turbines, I will tell you one thing, and never forget this. I don't care what anyone ever tells you. Remember what I'm telling you. The hot section of every power turbine, the hot section, that means the area where the jet engine's a turbine. It's the same turbine that I used to work with. The hot section of the turbine gets so hot that you cannot burn it to nothingness. It won't just burn away. In an accident and anything, those blades, those rotor pieces, those shafts, they're all still in total regular. You could take those and overhaul them again. And
they're
reuse
made to
them.
stand up to that heat
because of the coatings and because this is what I was telling you guys about before. So when you tell me that their engines have been burned to smithereens and they've disappeared, that's not a fire, because those things are like a juice presser. If you throw fucking human into one of those while it's going full blast at full heat, there's nothing coming out the other end.
Yeah.
So you're saying on the impact, they shouldn't just, melt into the building. They
No,
should
there's no way they're melting. You're not melting that shit.
100%. All the things that happened on 9/11, they're if they're true, which they're not, but if they're true,
first of a kind.
They're the only time they've ever happened in history, and they happened multiple times on that day.
It has to happen sometime.
3 times. 3 times,
And
3 airplanes.
not mentioning the Pentagon that.
Never mind. What about Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Oh, where the plane
what happened to that plane?
It hit the ground and it melted and then reformed underground, and they just can't get it out. That's the official story.
I've seen a plane in fucking Amsterdam when I lived there fall out of the sky the exact same way, perfectly, left a hole in the ground, totally fine. Plane broke in half. Everybody was alive.
Yeah, and there was luggage and shit, and there was all of that, right?
Yeah, the plane crashed.
Not one piece of luggage was recovered. Not one piece of a plane was recovered. Nothing was recovered from anywhere. It's absolutely insane to still believe this narrative. But
and they moved
all right,
along quick as possible.
We got to wrap this up.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
No, thank you, dude. Thank you. Well, there it is. No, this is awesome. We gotta I gotta come on your podcast. We could talk for fucking hours, dude. Hours and hours.
Yeah,
and
it's
hours.
great. It's a different thing when you go on Myer.
Hit me up. We'll do it. I'll text you. That's what I was saying. Did I not text you yet? Send me your number again, because it's back in there somewhere. On Twitter, send me it again. I'll text you. I promise. I promise. I promise. I'll do it.
Vince,
so everybody, thank you. Don't forget to go to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com. Vince, go ahead.
You might need to host it though, Ted. Right, Myer? Ted hosts Myers.
I can
interview.
host it. I can host it too. Doesn't make
No. I mean, he can do it.
I don't care. I'll do it. It's super easy.
Yeah,
it's not a big deal.
Absolutely. I had Vince host it for me last time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. We'll do it. Send me your number. I'll text you. We'll do it up. Phoneboothpodcast.substack.com.
Go there, subscribe. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a son of a cock. Go fuck yourself.
Subscribe.
See you next time. And all that shit. And
Peace.
Bye.
You either grow or die, and I'll choose grow every time.
At least 4 billion useless eaters will be eliminated by the year 2050.
Whenever a truth is heard, there's no going back. You are the main character in the video game of life.
I personally don't believe anything they say, right down to the God they claim we worship.
Life is too short to not make understanding the truth a priority.
Here's the thing about the music business. It's a cruel and shallow money trench, a long plastic hallway where thieves and pimps run free and good men die like dogs. Also, there's a negative side.
It's all dualistic.
You could stack up all their math books, all their science books, and even put all their degrees stacked up on top of that, and you still wouldn't be high enough to see the curvature.
No two people should ever agree completely on everything. If that happens, one of them isn't thinking for themselves.
We're just regular people who know we're being lied to. We're tired of it.
The bottom line is, there's only one choice left, and that's to dismantle this whole thing from the top down.